Yes, people, welcome to OnlyPiff. It's EJ here, your host. If you're new to the channel, go downstairs, like, subscribe, give us all that good stuff. So it's part 2 right now. You know who I've got?
Part 2, man.
Got the Ras P again.
Part 2 with the one and only.
You get me?
I get you, my
You
brother.
say you been good?
Yeah, great, man.
Sure?
Life is good, God is good.
Family's good? Kids good?
Beautiful, man. The best, the
That's what I
best, the
like to hear.
best. Lovely, man.
So, where should we start? Because you can't cram like 40 years in fucking 2 hours.
You know that, innit?
So,
You know that. There's enough more things that
Yeah?
can get talked. Yeah. You know, there's enough more things. But I can't remember what we went over last time.
okay, so let me touch. I've got some questions because Tyler asked me to answer you some questions.
Oh, that's good. I'm
Okay.
glad Tyler's, you know, yeah.
Because we just done the podcast literally like 2 days ago,
Mm.
and it's coming up on obviously YouTube, guys.
When's that?
It should be on YouTube Sunday. So obviously Sunday's tomorrow, but the next Sunday. So obviously we've got
Look
the
out
clips
for that.
going up.
Look out for
So
that.
they'll go up.
Yeah.
But we come across a topic about he heard in Bermuda, and I heard obviously from the yard man
Mm.
about lizard tail in weed.
No.
Turning people mad. Turning people mad.
Really?
Have you ever heard
I've
that?
never even, not even an anecdote or a story about it. No,
Never. So never in the Rastafarian scene you heard that
I
how
didn't even
Old
know
Man or
that was
Macca.
a thing.
Yeah, they put lizard tail on weed and
Well,
turn you
you've
mad.
heard about that?
I've heard about that as well.
I never heard of that, man. Where'd you hear about that? Your dad told you about that?
Nah, I heard it in yard when I was actually in Jamaica.
Oh, fuck.
So when I went
What,
Jamaica
you're cautious,
19,
you're
when I went Jamaica 19, sorry to inject, when I went Jamaica 19, I was just bunning bare grade.
Yeah.
And the woman said, be careful, you know. And
Oh,
then she told me
shit.
that story.
Oh, shit. Fucking hell, man, I've never heard of that. You know that? I'm trying to think of some of the things that people used to put in weed. I can't. Do you remember that time where they had the skunk with like some sort of sand on?
Or glass.
It was like glass, yeah.
Okay, let's
Remember
stay
that?
there. Because people were trying to make it weight.
Yeah, add weight, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it nearly hurt. So I know you told me that a guy bust it in court because he got caught with a couple of pounds of weed. He said, listen, I've got to grow my own weed because basically there was glass. So I've been buying.
Contaminants, yeah. In the thing, man, they were putting glass on the weed.
That's greedy, bruv.
And the thing is, it weren't even like it was discreet. You know, like you bust a tin and it was gritty, you know? It was gritty, it didn't burn properly.
But it would cut your throat, people.
Yeah, man, it would smell funny.
I think it's evil that people do things like that to
Like
cannabis.
knowing as well that, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, it's true, you know?
How much weight would you gain on that, though?
The thing is, I guess, like, on a draw, you're not gaining much. But on many boxes, you're probably gaining. Do you know what I mean? If you've got many boxes, you might gain a box. So if you fucking, do you know what I mean?
So
if you've got 10 boxes.
So you got 10 boxes and you put a box of sand in
Do you
there.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we used to smoke it, though. We used to smoke it. Like,
why? Because there was nothing else there, or you just had to?
yeah, like you go and buy a draw, you get that, you come away. When you come away, you go, fuck me, it's that fucking sandy thing. And back in the day, you know, it weren't like there was loads of options, you know, or if it was like, you've got to go and get that. It weren't like, you know, like you'd phone a guy and he'd bring that. You know, you would have to go and get that. And then you've already got this now, you know, because even when I used to sell weed, there was a no return policy. You know what I mean? You couldn't come back with a fucking weed, mate.
Even if they never touched it?
They come back with the weed and I say, if you give me a receipt, I'll give you back your fucking money. And I didn't give them a receipt, so they couldn't get their fucking money back, you know? But yeah, I
Do you
remember.
think there should be a return policy?
You know what? If you're a regular, I think, you know, then, you know what I mean? But if the thing is, if they want to fucking return it, it means they've smoked it.
Yeah, but they might ask, like, weigh it up and give me what I saw. So I didn't like that sativa you just gave me.
Fuck me.
It's too much.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's what I said. If it's a regular, you know what I mean, and you're cool with him, it's worth it probably for keeping the customer or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't let Tom, Dick or Harry bring back nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's fucking just turn into a joke thing,
Okay.
you know?
The next question Tyler asked me to ask you was, obviously you're not in the scene no more, but what is the difference that you notice between the shotting kind of space to now?
So back when I was doing my thing, and that's like, when I was doing well, that would have been mid-90s up to about 2005. I was doing really well. So that was about 10 years. I had 10 years of niceness.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to break your train of thought.
Yeah.
Did you have dreads then, or didn't have dreads then?
Yeah, so I just got the dreads.
And my question on top of Tyler's question was, what were the boydom like? Were they more aggressive when you had the dreadlocks on you? Or was they more aggressive when you was moving like a bar led?
So when I was a bar led, so I got the dreads when I was like about 16-ish, right? So before that, I wasn't doing enough of anything naughty to make them, to even, you know what I mean, to even cross their path. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When I was a baller, you know? But by the time I got the dreads now,
Was you stigmatized?
when I got the dreads, this is the thing. So at the time, they used to trouble me a lot. They stopped me on Staines Road just walking. You're just walking. And they stopped me. And I remember I didn't have much. I had about a quart of ash. And I was with my brethren, Joseph, and they're talking. And while they're talking to Joseph, I remember they're talking, he's going, they're talking. And I was like, what do you mean? Like that. Literally, what do you mean?
Oh, you
like that. And the thing, I fling the thing, there was a wall, Benson Close Estate on Staines Road. I went, what do you mean? Like that, and fling the thing over the wall, you know? But they used to just stop me walking. I remember sitting at bus stops, right? This before I learned to drive, or not before I learned to drive when I was 14, but before, you know what I mean? You didn't always have a car. But, you know, I'd sit at the bus stop and they just like stop next to the bus stop and come and search me, you know?
So it was more stop and search back then. It's because of the area that you lived in that you was like
stood out.
Yeah,
I stood out. And this is the thing. So I started driving, like proper driving when I was like 16. No license, no tax, no insurance. Done that for about fucking 10 years as well, right? And they used to stop me. And at the time, I used to think, fuck me, they're just stopping me because I got dreads. And they're stopping me because I'm black. And they're stopping me because of this. And they're stopping me because of that and all of that. But now I'm old when I look back on it. When I was 16, I probably looked like I was 12.
Yeah, you said this last time.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? They were probably stopping me for that, you know? But, you know what? I remember being in Luton. I don't know if I told this one about the hash in Luton. I said, about that. Listen, I had this girl in Milton Keynes. I bought a Vauxhall Astra with no keys, right? No logbook, no nothing.
So a screwdriver?
No key, screwdriver thing, right? All right, from a guy called Daniel. Anyone from Hounslow will know who Daniel is, right? From back in the day. And I bought this Astra for £300. It was a nice Astra. It's all right. And but the suspension was fucked. I remember I used to drive to Milton Keynes, and if you went over 60 miles an hour, you felt like you was gonna die in this fucking thing, right? So I'm on my way to Milton Keynes, and I don't know what I'm doing I'm in Milton Keynes. And the CID just pulled me over. But they couldn't tell if you had insurance or tax or nothing like that back then, right?
In the days,
yeah, back in the day. So they pulled me over. And he come over by the window. When he come over by the window, he said, and he's talking, you're right, excuse me, sir. You know, just wanted to check your name, address, whatever, this thing, that thing, license, whatever, and all of that. And I had to wait for him. And when he just looked away, like he literally looked away for 2 seconds, I had to get the screwdriver and turn off the engine like that. Quick, like that, yeah? And all right, cool, we get out the car. And he searched me and he found a £5 drawer. Now, you can't buy a £5 drawer nowadays. And people might look and go, but wait, a fucking £5 drawer. But back in the day, £5 drawer would probably last you a day. You know, that's you for the day, the £5 drawer, you know? And he found a fucking £5 drawer and he dumbed me for a £5 drawer. It's about a gram.
Shift you.
Yes, no. What they done was they took it and then they gave me like a summons. They gave me a thing on the side of the road like that.
And what, do you have to also produce your license and insurance as well?
He didn't bother with none of that. He didn't see that screwdriver thing. Yeah, it was just a cannabis. He didn't see none of that. I'm thinking, wait, I've just fucking turned off the car with a screwdriver. The wires are hanging down and all of that. And he weren't bothered about that. He was bothered about the £5 worth for fucking cannabis. And I had to come back to Luton Magistrates Court in like 2 months, all the way from London to Luton Magistrates Court for a £5 drawer, man. For a £5 drawer.
So let's get back to what Tyler asked. So what do you think about the scene in terms of, okay, do you think the scene's dead?
Nah, if anything, it's more alive. It's more alive. There's more variety. You know, back in the day, a guy would have one thing, you know, if he wanted something else, he'd have to go and find someone else, you know.
What would you have done better? If you could go back, knowing what you know now, would you be a millionaire?
Yeah, because you know what?
It's a funny question.
I used to live like this will never end. That's how I used to live. Like this will just go on forever. You know what I'm doing here? I'll just do this forever. You know, I'm making money, and the money would come like that, and I'd spend it like that. Yeah, and it come like that, and I'll spend it like that. You buy trainers once a month. You just go on holiday. You pay for your brethren to go on holiday with just this girl, and you're doing that. You're doing this, you know, and you're spending money and all of that. You know, so I would have conserved my money a bit better. But now
no one around you to teach about investments and that.
I needed someone, just, you know what I mean, just to, you know, this is the thing. So you know, there are people I know who are millionaires now who their parents, you know, were well versed in you know, understanding money and taking care of money, and they've done really well. You know, you know, they were stingy and tight and all of that. But you know what? I don't regret it. I had a good time. But now, the nowadays thing, you can call a guy and he's got 6 different things. At the most, I'd have 2 things. At the most, but usually I'd have 1. And everyone had 1. It weren't like it was just me. Everyone had 1, you know. And but now, these people have got 5 different things. And the way the WhatsApp, there weren't no WhatsApp back then. There was just mobile phones.
Yeah, we
You
said that
know,
before,
just yeah. And so now on the WhatsApp, these people send you these fucking menus. They don't, you know what I mean? There's like 12 different things on the menu, which
Does
is
it
cool.
annoy you when you get the menu sent to your phone?
I don't like it because I don't really smoke. But you know what? Them people send you a menu and they're trying to sell you all kinds of things as well. They're just trying to sell you cannabis. They're trying to sell you whatever else they sell, you know. And just I'll tell you what's annoying. Maybe it's an age thing. But you know what? Listen, if I wanted a bag of weed, I would have phoned that guy. I don't need you to send me that. Like, what do you think? I'm going to see that and go, oh, now I want to
But
smoke.
the thing
Like,
is, it's playing on your heartstrings, isn't it? It's hopefully playing on your addiction. That,
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm
that's
just not.
great.
Yeah, I'm just not that guy. I feel like a lot of the young people now must look at that menu and go, "Oh my fuck me! Look, he's got fucking rainbow rats off. Oh, hold on. And they, no, wait, scroll down, and they get even better. You know what I mean? Got monkey kush. Wait, monkey kush. Fuck the rats off. Let's get the monkey kush. Right, get the monkey kush, and then go and pay £80 for a fucking 3.5 of fucking monkey kush. You know, but it's good to have the variety. And what you find nowadays is like, and I said this before, is anyone can just sell weed.
But do you think anyone can sell weed?
They do.
What do you mean?
'Cause I've seen these
But do
people-
you need to have a type of charisma
Persona.
or kind of
Persona.
persona
But
or
you know-
skill set even? Can anyone be a hustler?
Well, it looks like they're all doing it because you know what? So I've been buying these vapes recently, right? And some of the people, and I know people that buy weed, you know, and some of the people I see that are selling the weed. I said to myself, if you were selling weed in the 90s, you would have lasted 3.5 minutes.
Okay, stop. Tell us why.
Because you would have got robbed. You would have got robbed. You would have got robbed. You straight away.
So was that a thing
lasted-
that happened in the 90s? Were people robbing people hard in the 90s?
Not a lot, because those people knew that they couldn't sell weed. They didn't even try. They didn't even try. They wouldn't even try. You wouldn't even try. The people like that I'm seeing nowadays are selling weed. They wouldn't have even tried in the 90s. They wouldn't. They had a boy that tried near Beavers Park, and he got in a thing, and I don't know if he turned informer or what happened, but the people went in his house and shot his dog with a shotgun. That's a famous story from the 90s in Hounslow West, you know. They went, his back garden leads onto Beavers Park. The man climbed over in Beavers Park and shot his dog.
What, for shotting weed?
I don't know. There's a weed involvement, but I don't know if he snitched on some or what if he owed someone money. But I'm sure there was a weed involvement. You couldn't just sell weed back in the day. I remember the Jamaicans turned up in the 90s, and like there were
Lock the market.
Oh mate, and not only that, but you're selling weed, and I just used to sell weed to everyone. I used to get a lot of respect. You know, I was a lot more braggadocious and egotistic, and I even had a bit more aggression about me. I had a bit more about me in the 90s. You know, I was a
But
bit
now,
more like,
looking from the lens, you said like, so it's an open market. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can sell. You don't even have to have this, because you don't even have to have that.
You ain't got
I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, you ain't got to have that bad boy thing, you know. 'Cause I don't know what's going on. Anyone can fucking do it, you know. So maybe every day these people are getting robbed, and I just don't know about it. Do you know what I mean? But back in the day, they couldn't have fucking sold weed. You know that they couldn't. They couldn't. You couldn't. Even us, we would. If we find that you are within half a mile of where we're selling
what's it
weed,
like then,
we would have
perimeters?
gone and told you. We would have gone, listen, mate, you can't fucking do that. You can't do
So
that. In
you're
fact,
the
give me that.
You're the only one in the area.
Give me that, yeah, man. You know, and that's there in Hounslow West. You go up the road a pinch, like nearer to Hounslow High Street, you got a guy there. You know, you might go back that way a bit, you got a guy in Crampford. But it weren't like now where on one street.
So everyone just respects their boundaries, right?
Yeah, you know, and like I said, them little idiot boys, they wouldn't have even tried to fucking sell weed back then. They wouldn't have even tried. Wouldn't have even tried. You know, them man couldn't even come and smoke weed round there where we used to live. Because you see them smoking weed, you can't fucking smoke weed round here. The police are going to come around here. You know, I remember running people. You know, they used to come, because I used to live in a block of flats. They used to come around behind the flats smoking, and I'll come out, they're smoking out there. Listen, and just go and run them. Grown men. I used to run grown men away from the back of the police. You can't smoke weed around here. Don't do that.
Just flames up the area.
Yeah, man, the police will come here if you fucking do that. But you know what? The way I used to run, it was like an open shop, though. Like the police, I feel like if you've done what I was doing now as well, your house is getting raided. Because I just used to do it like an open shop. Yeah, all right, come in, and the door was just open. literally the walk-in, sit down, I'd smoke half of their weed with them.
Was you never shook about anyone running up in your
In
yard?
my house, no.
So did that
No.
never come across that no fear, or you had that no fear?
I had no fear. When I was young, I was just fully confident. Oh, listen, let me tell you a story. So, let's see if I told you about this story with, I got a brethren.
You change the names?
All right, let's call him Jay.
Okay,
let's
cool.
call him Jay.
All right.
So that all who knows, and all who don't know, don't need to know, right? I had a brethren Jay, my dog, right? Like you're my dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Long time friends. Now, by now, it's like, me and you is 40 years, me and him is probably 30 years or something like that, right? And I was saying that the weed was compressed before, right? So you used to have a knife compressed in order to import it. Did I tell you on the last one?
Yeah, no, you told me in the whip. Go on.
So imagine this now. So because I had this sort of open shop kind of vibe, not anyone could come. If I didn't know you, you couldn't come. So someone would have to recommend you, or you call and I'd listen to you. And
so I'm coming with somebody and I'm telling you, yo, Ras, I'm coming with my brethren from LT. Can I come up?
Yeah.
And you say, you sure? Yeah, he knows. And I come up. Okay, cool.
Or listen, I've got a friend. Can I send him? You know, and like that. Yeah. What does he look like? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. No problem. How much? All right. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so I had this brethren, Jay, still my brethren, and so I don't know. I didn't have no weed. I didn't have no weed at the time. I don't know what was going on. It was a bad time. I remember because I remember feeling. I was every day. I was just fucking high, and I remember at that time I wasn't high. I don't know what happened, right? But I used to have this knife. I used to work in a bread factory. I said this before. I used to work in a bread factory, and we teethed the knife from the bread factory. Right, sharpest knife in the world. Big knife like that, right? And it was on the table, and the table like this, and people were coming from their heso, and they would sit that side of the table, and I'm this side of the table, and they tell me what they want, and I'll cut it, and I'll put it on the fucking scales. By now we had digital scales. Put it on, not them fucking scales. Right? Put it on the fucking, right, anyway. But I didn't have no weed. So my brethren Jay's turned up with some mixed race guy. And I was annoyed because I'm thinking, who the fuck is he? Because he didn't tell me he was going to come here in on, but he's my dog. So do you know what he's got? So I'm thinking, who's this fucking? So he's gone, look, Peter, this geezer wants a £10 draw. And I go, no, do you know what? I ain't got nothing. Like, I've got to go and get it. I'll get it later. All right, listen, don't worry. The guy was going to Jay, he was like, look, you bought me here and I want the weed. And he was sort of getting on a little bit and all of that, right? He's gone, look, I'll go and get the guy a draw. All right, cool. So he's gone. 20 minutes pass, 40 minutes pass. So I'm phoning Jay now, and his phone's just going to voicemail. And he's gone with this guy's £10. And back then, £10 wasn't a massive amount, but, you know, you'd probably call it 30 quid today, right? So it ain't like you just want to throw it away, right? So, hour and a half. And I'm phoning and I'm getting annoyed. And other people that I know have turned up, you know, and I've gone, listen, go out there and go and find Jay. Because he's left this guy in the house, you know, and I wanted to, like, maybe I want to go and take a shit. Maybe I want to have something to eat, a bath, whatever. I wanted, you know, but I can't leave this guy in my room because I don't know this guy, right? And I can't really kick him out like that because, you know, my man's gone with his money. So I'm just sitting there, listen to this, right? Listen to this. So I'm this side of the table, that guy's that side of the table. And I used to leave the knife on the table for a reason, because it shows you can't come in here and fuck about. You come in here and fuck about, you might end up with the fucking knife in your neck or your shoulder or whatever, right? So the knife there like that, yeah? And this guy started getting agitated. He's been here about 2 hours now, yeah? And he's going, where's this guy? And he said, you know, where's this guy? And he's getting annoyed with me. He's going, where's this guy? I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, man, what's going on here, man? Right? And then he's done this. He's gone. But you know, sometimes I go through the hole on the ceiling. I go, what? He's gone, what? Have you never gone through the hole on the ceiling? What are we talking about? He goes, no, man, listen. Sometimes I float through the hole in the ceiling and go into a different dimension. And all of this, and he's talking all of this mad talk. Right? Listen, next thing you know, man, pick up the knife. Let me pick up this. Yeah? He's gone, look, let me show you something. And he picked up the knife and he's going, this. He's doing that with a fucking knife. And I'm sitting on this side of the table. He's sitting on that, all for weed, you know. He's doing all this with a fucking knife, with a knife like that. In the end, I said to the guy, listen, we got to come out of here. We need to come out. I was scared. I was so scared. I thought, Peter, why didn't you pick up the knife first? The guy picked, I let him
was it proper martial arts?
No, he's mad. The guy lost his mind.
It wasn't even anything.
It was nothing. He lost his fucking mind. He was already mad. And the thought of losing his £10 just fucking sent him over the fucking edge. He was talking about dousing. How you see dousing in street fight. How douse him do that sweep and slide along the floor. He's telling me he can do that. He's telling me his arm can extend like dousing. He's got this knife and all of this for a flipping tenner.
You can't shot to random people.
But he left him in my fucking room, all for a tenner. Anyway, get to find out now. We go out there, we find him. Right? And it's funny, because when we find him out there, what happened is Jay gave the money to one of these little racist white guys, because I was racist back in the day, to one little racist white guy. The little white guy said, yeah, give me a second, I'll be back. Went down the alley, jumped over a fence and just run off with a fucking £10. Yeah, right? So in the end, I was just like, yeah, Jay. I gave him the guy. I was like, yeah, there's your guy. I'll see you later. Some of the fucking things, man, I'm telling you, man. For this is that open shop vibe. Where you just let anyone come in the fucking
now people, I don't think people have it like that. I think people have, like you said, they build up a line and there's people that they trust.
They don't show people where they live. They don't show people where they live, which is smart, because one, they don't want to get raided, and two, they don't want to get robbed. But and not just me, most dealers, back in the day, you'll go to their house. Because we weren't scared of getting robbed or raided. Because if you're dealing, it means you've got a couple, you know what I mean, some big balls. No one's going to fucking come in, you know. And I've got a lot of respect as well, because when the Jamaicans came, they started robbing people.
Why?
I got a lot of respect because I had dreadlocks. So the Jamaicans used to love me. So I had no fear from them. But
they were robbing
robbing everyone else, though. They were robbing everyone else back in the day, man.
They made the market toxic, innit?
They made it where, to a lot of people, like, even me, if I tried to buy something,
I'm not buying off them.
People know, not from the Jamaican, but like there were other little Asian guys or whatever, you know what I mean? Maybe I needed an ounce or something, or half a bar or whatever. But some of them little Indian boys were scared to shop to me because of the experience that they had with them Jamaicans. Yeah, they looked at me and they're like, nah, you know what, I ain't got nothing.
Blackballed you.
Yeah, right? You know, and they're like, no, I ain't got nothing. But I'm talking to mate here. Mate is like, no, but hang on a minute, yes. You know, yes.
He shook.
Yeah, they're scared. They were scared, you know. The Jamaicans, they weren't having a bar of it, man. I don't know what happened to them, if they're still about, you know. But yeah,
was there a lot of hate going back then? It would, like, did people hate that you had food and they didn't have food? Did you experience, or jealousy, I think the right word is?
If they did, if there was, I didn't feel it.
Okay, so let me move from that scene. In the dub scene, was there a lot of hate and jealousy? Because that's one of your areas as well.
Yeah, man, I used to sell so much fucking weed, you know. It was brilliant, you know, because once I started, because I was on the mic as well, sometimes I'll just talk on the mic and say, listen, I've got this, you know what I mean? So all who want it can come and get it, you know. And I used to get a lot of love, you know, because what I do is I do a lot of giveaways as well. So in the beginning, you do a lot of giveaways.
You told us a story.
Yeah, you know, and then, but that was just in that little club. But I'm talking anywhere where we used to travel, you know, and I'll do a lot of giveaways. And then eventually now people see you and they make a beeline for you, you know. You're there and like 8, 9 people, whoop, just as soon as you come in, they're like, whoop, Peter, have you got weed? I'm setting up speaker boxes and doing all that and going, listen, mate, you got to give me a minute, you know. And I used to say, but I didn't feel no hate. I used to feel a lot of love because, you know, I was nice as well. And I don't know if I said it before, but I'd sell you any amount of weed. You could come with £1.75. If you come with £1, I'll give you £1.75 worth of weed. Okay, you get a joint or whatever, you know what I mean? What you got, £8.80?
You're not shit. You're not sending anyone away.
What any amount you want, £12.40, £22.30, the people used to come with the shekels as well. Because I remember the thing was back in the day, I don't know if it's still the same, but you couldn't turn up with coins. Like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't have your coins. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, fuck off, man. Like, you know what I mean? What's the fucking, you got in your piggy bank and all of that, you know what I mean? And but more often than not, I'll take your fucking coins, man. I'll take, money's money, man. I'll take your coins, because I just used to put that in a bag somewhere.
And let that build up.
Build up, man.
Any funny stories from the dub scene? Anything that you could remember that would make us laugh?
Weed-wise, not a massive amount. One thing I
Not even about weed-wise, even like a revelation.
Oh, mate, listen, I see some things in dub, you know. I've seen some things in dub. I'll tell you, when I first started going to the dub things, people used to faint a lot. It don't happen no more.
Could the sound of the music in the ear, or is it the weed?
Work out, yeah, if it's the weed, I can't fit. I'm trying to fathom it. I can't work it out. But people used to faint. People used to drop in the dance regular. Imagine you're standing there and there's a few people in front of you, and the geezer might be a bit taller than them. He's 7 people, and he just went vroom, like that. Imagine you're standing there and you just see, like, it's like the World Trade Center, vroom, like that, just down, you know. And everybody used to like drag them. We used to drag them,
And
right?
get them there.
And put them out there just on the doorstep like that,
And leave them there.
just leave them there. Just
Do
leave
you
them
think
there.
you get the best? Do you reckon back then the best weed was in the dub rave? Did you get the best, like the best flavors? Well, I don't think it was flavors.
No, yeah, it was, but it wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, you know, but
It was flavors, but it wasn't import. But would you go and get like a dope draw?
yeah,
from the
yeah,
dub rave?
yeah. Because you know what? Like I said, like the blacks used to control the weed back then. Really, you know, the blacks used to control the weed. It was all from Jamaica or Africa, and they used to control the weed. The white people used to control the hash. They used to get some really, really nice weeds. You know.
Was it like a network hub then, the dub rave? Because the dub rave, and you know, because you're in the dub scene, and I've been to a couple of the dub raves, it's multicultural though.
Yeah. Now back in the
Oh.
day, I mean, by the time, you know, not long after, you know what? To be honest with you, the white people started coming to the dub thing, even in the 80s and then 90s, but it weren't so white. You know what I mean?
So basically Babylon. Remember the film Babylon?
Yeah.
they got one white friend.
Yes,
And you still
right.
got Beefy and everyone
Yeah,
there. Okay,
right,
cool. So
right.
then it
So
got
it's
to a bit more.
Yeah, right. So it was mainly black people, you know, and yeah, you used to get some good links. You could get good links in the dub rave as well, you know. You used to get good customers in the dub rave. I remember they had a guy, rest in peace, Maverick. Right, Maverick, 3-dimensional roots, his sound system was called. Maverick was a bit of a strange looking guy. Maverick, I'm not sure where he was from. It could have been, he was like born here, but to look at him, he had like a tinge of brown. So he could have been like Persian or Portuguese, or he just had like, you know, like my color, but like a white features and all of that. Yeah. And this guy, Maverick, come to buy fucking half a bar. And Maverick's going on the train with a half a bar. I used to go on the train with a half a bar and the bar and all that and just stink out the fucking carriage. I didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck, man. Didn't care. We used to smoke weed on the fucking tube. We used to have half a kilo there like that, and we're smoking on the fucking tree. We didn't give a shit.
I can't run now.
No, you go by the window like that, because the carriages used to have the window, put down the window and smoke the weed like that. Ain't no, there's what, one person on the fucking train at like 10 o'clock at night coming from Tottenham or whatever. We used to smoke. But anyway, this Maverick guy come on the train to come and get the weed, but this is in the thousands now. So it's probably a bit more on top, yeah. But the guy bought fucking Mr. Muscle, right? You know, the cleaner. Yeah, the cleaner. Man bought the fucking Mr. Muscle spray, and got the weed, put the weed in a bag, and then put the weed in another bag, and then spray the Mr. Muscle in that bag, then wrap it up, then spray the Mr. Muscle in a bag, and then wrap it up, and then spray the Mr. Muscle in a bag, and wrap it up. Listen, you know the fucking score, mate. If you even spray a perfume near the bag,
You finished it. It's finished.
you ruined it. This guy spent £500 on fucking weed and then just sprayed it all with fucking Mr. Muscle, and then went and got on a fucking train with it. And he died about 3 years later. Now, I don't know.
It was the Mr. Muscle.
I don't know if it's the Mr. Muscle. You know, he went to Ethiopia. They said he got malaria or something like that. A couple of them man got malaria. One of them was all right and the other one weren't. But I can't help wonder if Maverick's Mr. Muscle antics fucking contributed to his death, because he died a few years after that, man. You know, and I don't think you should smoke Mr. Muscle, bro.
But they've got spray packs now out where they're spraying them with infused herbs to make them taste like chocolate ghetto, like in bubble. Yeah, that is what they're doing in New York. And a lot of the packs that people are getting now, I believe they don't even know that they're getting spray packs.
Because you know, even the weed vapes. You know, when I'm smoking in weed vapes, and he said it tastes like grape and all of that, like it sort of tastes a bit like grape. And like I said last time, I think they're putting a pinch of that in there.
But that's how you know, because sometimes when you smoke some of these flavors, and I watched this from another guy doing his podcast, I think he put it like a clip on Instagram. He said that you know when you got a spray pack because the weed tastes like a vape.
Yeah, it tastes like, when they call it strawberry something, it sort of tastes like strawberries. You know, back in the day, you might get something. You know, let me think. All right, Diesel.
Was gone.
Diesel.
Okay, I was going to ask you this. You had New York Diesel back in the day.
Yeah,
and
man.
That was fire. You and T grew that,
yeah.
Listen, I've never had, because they were talking about this Sour D back in the day. I never actually tried Sour D, but I remember New York Diesel
was the original Diesel.
Was fire.
It was.
But this brings me on to the next question that T asked me to ask you. Would you ever grow again?
See, now, yeah, I probably would. You know, I probably would. I'd probably have to put a bit more focus into it than I often have. You know, my attention span's terrible. You know, and
what do you mean? Attention to detail, or you just don't want to care? You just throw a seed in a pot and see what happens.
I mean, I'm not that slapdash. I'm not that.
No, but you said you used to be slapdash.
I am. You know what I mean? I'm fairly slap. Even when we come in here just now, he was talking about how disorganized. I'm very disorganized.
So but you got to be passionate about it. And you're not passionate about it at the moment, is it?
You know, I would. The thing is, shall I tell you one of the things? So what I used to do is just grow where I live.
You can't do that now.
Because it's just easier for me.
If the boy them said, like, not the boy, them say, if the government said, guys, we got medicinal cannabis out now, and we understand the properties of cannabis, you're allowed to grow 2 plants in your house.
Yeah, I would. My missus would harass me about it, you know, and all of that. But yeah, I definitely would.
Would you go down the hydroponics way or would you go down the soil base?
I'll probably do both. What we used to do is as well, a lot of the time, is you get the hydro table, might be about as big as that table, let's say double that, the length of that, you know, same width or whatever. And then what you do is you get your pots and you put them around the edge, you know. I'll tell you what, I do a job for a living. I do like landscape gardening, right? And last week, on the same day, let's call it last Monday, I went to do 2 jobs and both of the jobs had weed plants.
How do you know?
So we've gone in. These people had a conservatory, and I walked in, and there's about 200 plants in little cups on the floor.
What, red cups? They're called solo cups.
No, yeah, but yeah, that kind of cup. They had red one, they had see-through one, they had coffee fucking cup, and all kinds of just plastic cups, plastic just higgledy-piggledy on the floor, about 200 plants. And not all of them were weed plants. It was a fucking a Russian guy. And his missus. I think the vibe that I got was like the things looked like they belonged to his missus. But they were just on the floor in a conservatory, and they had some like a little LED light hanging down over these things. And I thought to myself, you lot are fools, you know that car.
Why?
Car, when it's supposed to be dark, it's not going to be dark for them. The moon's going to come in. You're going to turn on the lights to go in the toilet, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
What happens if you do an outdoor gorilla glow? Is it a gorilla grow?
Yeah, you do it out.
Is it not the same? The stars and the moon's going to be outside as well?
It's true. Yeah, no, it's true. But the thing is, I sort of feel like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think when that happens, don't you get the odd seed here and there and things like that?
Got freaking out.
A little bit. Or maybe I'm wrong, you know, but I thought maybe, to be honest with you, listen, maybe moonlight doesn't affect it. Maybe it's like unnatural.
Because that's, I was going to lead you right there.
Yeah.
Before we had these lights and stuff.
It was all outside.
It was all outside.
But then back then, all the weed you have seeds in it, innit?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of that was because they didn't go and pick out the males. You know, you got a big field of fucking plants, so you're not going to get all the fucking males.
So if you got a feminized seed and you plant it outside, in the outdoor,
you should be all right.
Nature takes over. You said there'd be a bit of rainweed.
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, because you can taste as well. Like a lot of the things that
ponds. You said there's like a pond last time.
Yeah, it had like a wet kind of feel. If it rains on it, and let's say it rains on it, it's not warm the next day, then that just stays damp. Like, it just stays wet, innit, you know?
But the yield is mad, though. Am I correct?
It is mad. Listen,
like
I used to know...
Okay, cool. Sorry to interject, but you said... This is what you told me once. You said, if it goes into the ground, the root...
is endless.
And... take over.
It is endless. Endless. Not only that as well. So, when they do the things outside, you start it off in April, May, in England, and it don't finish until October. So, what you got? May... June, July, August, September, October. So it grows for 6 months now. So most of that time it's vegging, but then as the cycle, you know, the sun stays up for longer and goes down for longer, because what happens is eventually you get 12 hours of sunlight almost in England. You know, sometimes 9 o'clock at night, it's still light out here, you know.
The seasons change over.
Right, so, you know, and it does its thing. So it grows for 6 months. So when you're growing it inside, it's about 3 months, you know, or 4 months or whatever. You're growing it outside, you're getting 6 months, even 7 months. So it's got a lot more time to grow. But not only that, when you put that, this is the limitation of a lot of things is the roots. You know, like if you grow a weed plant in like that little glass there, the roots...
That root touch the bottom.
That's it now, you know. It's gone, well, I've only got this fucking much space, you know what I mean? And the buds are not that big. But this is what's good about hydro as well, because when you've got the hydro table, the roots come down and then they grow all the way to the end of that table. And when they're ready, they fucking grow back again. And then when they're ready, they grow back again. And you know, and that's a lot more. And then you've got the bath underneath that holds the water and the nutrients and all that. Sometimes you get the roots go down into the bath, you know, so they're just sitting there sucking all of that up. But the outdoor thing, I used to know a guy in West London. I used to know a guy in Chiswick, right? And his back garden used to back onto a supermarket. And they climbed over the fence once and teethed all his weed plants. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They teethed all his weed plants. But this guy used to do the outdoor thing. And his thing was never great. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, it tastes like it rained on it for a week. You know what I mean? Tastes like that. And
You said the size of it.
But mate,
Like a bush.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How many kilos from one plant? I'm telling you, the guy's getting 6 kilos
Of one.
and 7 kilos from one plant. The guy used to have plants big like Christmas trees. Christmas trees in his back garden, yeah, because it was just in the ground. And that root was just endless. You know, that there was no stopping it, you know.
So if you chop it down, would it regrow again or is it dead?
No, you could do, yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Or could you just pop buds off it?
You could do that as well. You could do that as well. But I think if you just left it, I think the weather eventually in England would fuck it up. Yeah, like, so you're gonna have to pluck the bud. Not only that, but the buds get to a certain maturity as well.
So that was my next question. Does it turn into CBD if it's overgrown for longer?
I don't know, you know, because I don't know a lot about that CBD. You know, because somebody was trying to sell me some CBD thing the other day.
Or THCA.
CBD, and I'm going, does it get you high? And he tried to convince me that it would get me high. But I've tried these CBD things before and it didn't get me fucking high. Have you done it?
Well, I have. I had a CBD pen.
Does it get you high?
It didn't get me high. It just made me feel more relaxed off the gym, less pain. It's different than THC.
But is it instant you smoke it, you feel more relaxed? Or is it, because I heard it's like a build-up with CBD. So you smoke that and then, you know, after a week or whatever, you start fit. So it's
I think it's a placebo thing. I think if you've been smoking weed on a regular and smoking THC, then you smoke a CBD and you never told him it's CBD, he'll think he's high. And after a while, he'll say, this ain't doing shit.
Nothing.
But it's probably making him feel good.
And do you know what? It's probably good for you.
It's
like vitamin C is good for you.
It's less what's the word I'm looking for?
Psychoactive.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that whole property, I don't think is there no more. You know? Yeah. So that whole monged out. I'm acting like a madman.
It's probably like, because you get the drops, you know, little oil and all the CBD.
You give it to your kids, the drops and stuff.
Yeah, and all of that. So it's probably good for you. You know, it's good for. I'll tell you what, right? I used to grow some things in Hammersmith, right? I've just named it round the corner.
That's gone everywhere. That's gone west.
Listen, I've been all over. I've done it round the corner, right? In a place called Hammersmith, let's call it, right? And it was like in an industrial estate. And we didn't pay for the electricity. It came as part of the package for the rent. And these people were using, it's like a warehouse. They were using the warehouse to do some sort of a legitimate business. Okay. So they had this. It weren't like they rented it to grow weed. They were paying rent anyway. But
regardless.
Yes. So they had so much space and they're not paying the electricity. And he's gone, look, like, let's do this and we'll split it 50-50, you know? And I started doing that there and do like 200 plants at a time and all that.
200 plants?
Yeah. But like I said, I'm a bit slapdash. So, you know, 200 plants, like, you know what I mean? 50 of them ended up going by the wayside. You know what I mean?
Why? Is it too much to maintain or is it just...
I'm just lazy, do you know what I mean? But
so what, you reckon you have the skill set to do it if you were switched on?
Yeah, well, they just, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, so the way we had it, it was a little bit cowboy. So, you know, that one's on the perimeter might not be getting enough light. You know, so you might need to just come, when you come, next time you come, you move that one there, you put that one in the full...
So you're supposed to switch?
You know, if you haven't got full coverage of light, you're going to need to switch.
Okay, so the spectrum of the light, am I right? Upside down triangle coming down?
Yeah, like that, right?
And you can get 2, 4, 6 under one light?
Yeah, like that, right? Yeah. So, you know, but the ones out there, you know, but I didn't mess about because I sort of knew that maybe 50 of them they're not going to, but I thought, you know what, even if I got fucking an ounce each off of them 50, that's fucking 50 ounces. Fuck it, do you know what I mean? Right? So I'll stick them round here.
That's what you would think.
Yeah, fuck it, might shave them anyway. Why not? Fuck it. But even if they're not getting, you know what I mean? But what you're supposed to come and turn them, you know what I mean? So that everyone's getting a nice fucking, you know, whatever. And all. But anyway, the reason I said that is because, so in that same warehouse, there was another guy who knew my friend. So my friend's gone to me, look, Pete, you can come here and do this. And he had this fucking Dave or whatever. You can come and do this also, Dave. And the thing is, Dave was going on good, I ain't gonna lie. But Dave was doing Moby Dick. He used to have something called Moby Dick.
What's that?
It's a whale.
I know it's a whale, but what does that mean?
The reason it's called Moby Dick is because it's wham like a whale.
What, the grade?
It is wham.
What, the buds?
Jesus, bro.
So it's a strain called Moby Dick.
It's called Moby Dick here. Right, Moby
Do
Dick.
you know, I've never smoked anything like that. I never even come across it, unless I have, but no one's gave it to me.
I don't remember ever smoking it either. But he was growing Moby Dick. Like,
I heard of Big Bud.
Big Bud's good as well, you know that. Big Bud's good. Super Bud is better. You know.
This Moby Dick thing, okay.
Moby Dick, right? So he was growing this Moby Dick, and Moby Dick was wham. It was just ginormous.
What,
So,
did he piss on your thing?
mate, when matey come back and see that one and then see my one, he's going, fucking hell, man. Like, what am I even doing with Peter? What the fuck are you doing, Peter? But Moby Dick, you smoke that, mate. Listen, I can smoke that from morning to night.
Dead.
It's like, we call it Foster's. Anyone who drink beer know about Foster's. It's a drive-in beer. That's what they fucking call it, man. Yeah, it's just fucking like, you know.
It looks all big, but it ain't got no fucking...
Didn't have nothing to it, you know. It's just fucking, it weren't great. But anyway, the reason I said that is to come back to the CBD drops or the oil. The white guy got cancer and disappeared. And I spoke to my guy and I was like, oh, what happened to fucking Frank? And he said, no, Frank's got cancer. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to say. I feel like Frank and them man kind of come in my little reality tent. I feel like Frank and them man kind of come in my tent and like, because I come there and found that somebody had stood on something important, like an electrical thing.
Sabotage?
I don't know, because I feel like they wanted the whole spot for themselves. So they come in, and we used to have these things called relays. It's like an extension lead with a timer built in. And these relays have a little plastic cover over the timer to save any dust and things like that getting in it. But I never used to bother putting the fucking plastic cover back on it, right? So I come back though and find that the timer, it's like a little round clock. And it'd been like, almost like someone had stood on it.
No, it was there.
Fucking, I don't know, you know. It's not small, you know. I don't know. I got fucking, I was like, nah, that man have fucking sabotaged my thing. But you know, I'm a paranoid in general. But anyway, back to fucking Fred. Fred got cancer, disappeared, and then come back 6 months later, alive and well. And what everyone was saying is he was using the oils. He was using
but the
the
cannabis
oils.
oil doesn't actually mean it's CBD though.
No, that's what I mean. Sorry, yeah, I've sort of strayed. It isn't. It was just, I was just going back to that oil thing.
Yeah,
like,
oil
you know.
thing. Yeah, people go back to the oils because obviously it's carcinogenic when you're burning paper and smoking weed.
100%.
And that's what, another question, so I love the way you done that. And it's like you got my list. T asked me to ask you, what was your favourite? And have you ever dabbled in extracts? So you did talk about the shatter the last time, but have you ever done any like wax, rosin? You heard about the oils. Have you ever done any THC oils? Have you ever done bongs? You did tell us about the telephone bong, but I'm just asking, like, that was one of his questions.
We used to do, I told you about
your favourite as well?
The shisha thing that we used to do while we were driving in.
Yeah, you told us that last time.
Just drive around with no license.
But was that your favourite though? Was that your favourite way of smoking? Is that your go-to back in the day?
Nah, we were just trying to get as high as possible. And if you just want to get high, instant high, yeah, you would smoke a bong or a chalice, or
But
you used to
if
put it
you
on the
wanted to say,
shisha.
what's your favourite?
Just chilling. I always preferred a joint, man. It was a lot more like, it was like the chalice was like an intent. Right, come on, then let's set it right. Then do that. You hold the light and listen, and the water's bubbling, all that. And fuck me, and you're fucking all that. With the joint, you know, you could just relax. You could just relax and smoke it, you know. But
okay, so I know you used to smoke idols, but when you smoke a joint now, what would your split be in terms of tobacco ratio to grade?
Back in the day when I was properly smoking, it would be 75-25.
75 grade, 25,
25 tobacco. We went through a phase where we only used to smoke ital.
Yeah, we just said that.
Yeah, man, I only used to smoke ital.
But your go-to would always be 75,
25, you know.
Was you into backstrap back then? Was there backstrapping back then? Or?
Nobody even knew what the fuck. That weren't even a thing. And do you know what, to me, and this is how old I am. I look at people that do that and say to myself, how much fucking difference is that? A quarter of an inch of paper. How much difference has it made? Yeah, because what we do is you get and it was blue Riesler and then silver come out, right? You get the blue Riesler and you open up the blue Riesler and tear off, not the whole bottom half, but you tear off 25% of the bottom half of the paper and then roll the fucking joint. But I see these people doing that backshot. Now you might say, well, what did that contribute? You tearing that off? But you see, for me to tear that off, that was like that. I'm watching these people, and it's like a military operation. They're like, fucking careful, don't want to fuck up the fucking thing. And I'm looking, going, how much difference does it make? Does it make a difference?
Makes it tighter. It does. Less
to the
paper.
flavour.
Yeah. if it's, you know what? I sound mad. Because when I was smoking, I would make sure that I would want minimalized paper.
Yeah, me too.
And I would want no tobacco. Then I told myself, you know what, you're pissing through your weed too quickly.
Yes.
So now I come back to add in like a small chip. So I'll be on the same thing like you. Tyler's 90% bud, 10% blend.
Yeah.
Like, mad. I'm like you, 75%, 25%. But I'm also need that paper because sometimes I can just taste the paper.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I smoke it so much and it's excessively that's happening.
So that little tear off. So
if my girl sprays her perfume, I'm gonna get pissed. Oh, I can smell that.
Yeah. No,
but she's out there.
Out there, nah. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, the breeze blow that was.
Yeah, and it's just, oh no, you messed up my zoo. But you haven't really messed up my zoo. It's just maybe it's just the way I am.
I don't know. I think I'm with you. Though. No, I think she has messed up the fucking suit. You better make her go out there on the pavement.
That bit a bit too much for that paper. For me, you just fucked up the zoo, EJ. A bit too much blem.
That's the thing though, because I smoke them joints where it's they do that 90% to 10% and all of that, and I prefer to have the little bit more tobacco. I don't know what it is. It's not probably like mixing the drinks. You know, when you mix the vodka and the Coca-Cola or whatever, like, you know, all of that, you know. But so if I roll 2 joints now, and done one of them backstrap, if I could ever fucking learn how to fucking do it, done one of them backstrap, and then the other one just without the backstrap, you'd be able to tell the difference.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning.
Personally.
I'm learning, you know. But anyway, listen, let me just skip back 1 second though. Just back to the cancer and the oils thing. I've had 2 people where their parents have had cancer.
And
they died. But what the doctor said eventually was, like, or not eventually, but he said, listen, one of the things you should try is cannabis oils. They're legit. And this is not now with this medicinal cannabis. This is 20 years ago. No, this is 20 years ago. The doctor's telling him to do illegal things. He's going, look, if you can get cannabis oils, use cannabis oils. You know, and like I said, fucking Frank come back and he was all right, you know, like it's like the oils.
Have you smoked medicinal cannabis?
I have.
What do you think of it?
So the medicinal cannabis I smoked tastes a lot like the cannabis I used to grow. It did. I was like, oh, this tastes like I grew it. It was like that.
Did you like it?
I loved it. But I've smoked the other ones that comes in the funny little, and that's another thing as well. These people are making a fucking effort. Some of them look like a tuna can. Everyone looks like a cola can. You know what I mean? All these funny little ways of fucking packaging the fucking.
In America, you're getting toys with them. You're getting toys, remote control
like
cars.
McDonald's, like Happy Meal.
I like that, buff. And I think they're just marketing to kids. But I swear down, if I was to take you to my car, I can show you. Gumbo got the remote control car, the drone.
What does the weed? Does the weed come inside the car?
No, the weed comes in the bag, and then the car's there. You can get a watch. Someone got teddy bears.
Who the fuck?
3D machines.
Who smokes? Who wants to? So the type of people that are smoking weed are the same type of people that want a remote control car.
No, so basically they buy the weed, they get the weed, and they
give that to their youth.
Yeah, that's the incentive.
You know what? I think you're right though. You know what? I think somehow, some way within that, they're almost trying to just the younger generation. You know, they're just a little
evil.
You know what I mean? Look, remote control car. Well, Daddy, where did you get that from? Daddy first of all goes, nah, listen, I bought that from Woolworths or whatever. Yeah, you don't know about Woolworths, you lot. Fucking bought that from Tandy. Don't know about Tandy either. Dixon's.
You get 2 for 1 instead of you spending all your money on yourself. You buy
you get him a little car and all that. But eventually, Daddy probably goes, oh, listen, son, I got it with that weed. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then our son's going,
can you get another one? I never got the green one because they've got matching colours. They've got green, blue,
you know,
yellow.
Now son's going, what, you got it with the weed? You know, now maybe son, when he's 13, he's now going, wait, let me see about this weed thing that's. I don't know.
Like, they're trying to normalize. That's another thing. They're trying to normalize it, basically. They're not trying to have this weed as a stigma thing as well, because it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
So this is my question. I asked this to Tia. It didn't actually come out in one of our episodes. So you know we've got the medicinal market there, yeah?
Yeah.
And you know we go clubs and whatnot, and you go out for a fag. Should you be able to smoke your weed in public? What is your take on that? Or do you think, no, it needs to be out of the way in your house? Because this is, a lot of people are complaining that, oh, that weed stinks, can't smoke at a train station. And people get into problems. Saying, listen, I've got medicinal cannabis and here's my license. And you've been told you can't smoke it in public. What's your take?
Shall I tell you, this is the thing. So
but you can smoke cigarettes in public.
This is what I was going to say. So I go to, my missus is from Czech Republic, right? And the people in Czech Republic love a cigarette. They love fags. They like drinking and they like smoking fags. Although in Czech Republic, all drugs are decriminalised. You can go out there online and order weed plants.
You can do the same in Germany.
Yeah,
There's 50 countries that are all gone down the medicinal route now.
Yeah, right. So you can, but the thing is, their one's been for fucking long. Like you can always just order a weed plant. I don't know, your phone or whatever it is, and then fucking DHL turn up with fucking 5 weed plants for you. And you grow them on your balcony, whatever it is. But they love a fag and they love a drink. And when we're out there, because my missus has been here for so long, when we're out there and they're all smoking fags, we both go, fuck me, that stinks. We go, now that stinks. Like, even when I'm here, in fact, because I smoke these funny things out that taste like pineapples and blueberries, when I smell cigarette smoke, I'm going, fuck me, it's 2026.
You should
and these people are still fucking smoking.
If you
started with the weed now.
Yeah,
but
so you're at the bus stop with your daughter. Obviously, you drive your whip. But imagine you're at the bus stop.
Yes.
I go up and I'm running my zoo waiting for the bus.
Yes. So
I've annoyed you.
This is my vibe. So if the guy sparks a fag at the bus stop, I'm annoyed. Because I'm like, fuck me, like, it stinks, right? Like, I call my daughter Puppy, her name's Leah. Come here, Leah. Come here. Come, look, that smells. But with the weed, the reason I'd be slightly more annoyed is because I'd be worried that she might get high. That would be my
So you
thing.
believe in the cross-contamination, the second-hand smoke?
You can definitely get high. Do you know, people used to come in my yard when I was selling the weed before, right? And we would sit there smoking ital joints. We used to have competition who can put the most weed in a joint. No tobacco, nothing. Eventually you get like up to like 8 or 9 grams in a fucking spliff. 8 or 9 grams. Like we used to have 2 people rolling it. You have 2 man rolling the 9 gram and the 10 gram joint. Just as and with fucking hell, man, you smoke. 2 pulls was enough, like certain man, it would go around a couple of times and then who ain't man enough just refuse it. They're like, nah, I'm all right.
Second-hand smoke.
Right, but yeah, the second-hand smoke. So, but we'd have people come round and sit down and they would just get stoned.
But
they
would
didn't smoke no fucking
would that
weed.
happen in the open space in the bus part, in the bus stop?
It depends. I think it depends which way the wind's blowing. And shall I tell you why? Because if the youth's only 7, they're definitely they're gonna feel that. Look, you're not in the yard or nothing like that. But if the youth's 5 or the youth's in a pram, it's only gonna take a few fucking.
Oh, Daddy, what's that smell?
It's only gonna take a few. You know what I mean?
Okay,
listen,
so you reckon there should be spaces for people to smoke their weed?
But then at the same time, this is what it is. I think no, you don't need to move like that. But I think people, they couldn't legislate. They couldn't legislate. Hang on, they couldn't legislate for it. But what it would need to be is listen, show some respect. If there's old people or if there's children, just move over there. So if you want to smoke and you're waiting for the bus, just which way's the wind blowing? Oh, it's blowing that way. Just go over there and smoke the fucking weed so that the youth don't get high. Listen, I've smoked weed around youths, right? I've smoked weed around youths, right? I've been in a car and smoked weed with you in the car, and I can see that the youth's sleepy now. The youth's sleepy. The youth's sleepy. In a way, I was glad because I was like, yeah, you know what, you're going to be quiet now,
Okay,
innit?
so-
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think, you shouldn't, because you don't want to make like the stigma thing, like you said, where it's like, nah, like, what you're doing and all of that. But
It's a bad thing.
But
Is smoking weed a bad thing?
I don't think so. I think smoking anything's a bad thing. Because smoking is not good for you. And that's what somebody asked me at work the other day, a little guy that I work with, and he said, isn't it your religion as a Rasta to smoke weed? And I said, no.
It's not.
It's not, because you're not supposed to smoke anything because it kills you.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat the weed and
Eat
cook
the
it.
weed, cook the weed, make tea with the weed.
It's
do all kinds of...
the carcinogenic and the fire bunny. You're not supposed to bun fire like that.
It's true.
Okay, so what my question, just going on the back of that, piggyback off the back of that. So there should be these kind of medicinal license weed calves then, innit, then, for us to smoke our weed.
I reckon you're right. Eventually it'll be here anyway,
But the white guy up north, he's getting shift. I think he's been shift about 6 times. He keeps coming out and opening his calf. Like he's opening this place and they keep on shifting him. Got people petitioning for him. Because he's just saying, I want a safe space. People should be able to come and smoke their weed in a space.
And then fuck off, yeah. Eventually it'll be like that, Eventually it'll be like that. But then that means all you little boys out there who think you're fucking top shotter, and you are a top shotter. Because like I said, maybe they are getting robbed and I just don't know about it. But all you little guys that are doing your fucking menus on fucking WhatsApp and all of that with your 15 different fucking, every week I get a fucking menu. You lot are going to be out of business. Yeah, once they open that calf like that, yeah, you lot are finished. You lot better go and find yourself a fucking...
Oh, not true.
Go on Indeed.
Not true.
Oh, wait, open the calf.
Because I've been, me and T have been to Cafs in East London, and not all the grids, not all that.
Oh,
Not all
okay.
that.
Okay, so what it would be? Nah, but I think if it became widespread,
They have to get the bangers.
it'd have to be because your cafe ain't gonna do no fucking business if your thing ain't all that. But back to that medicinal thing, I smelled that medicinal thing and I said, you know what, that tastes like something I used to fucking grow. More than compared to these other things and everything. When
The
I
black
smoke
market
that,
weed.
mate, I'm like, you know what, mate, it's double as strong and it's double as tasty. But it's too much for me because I'm not a weed smoker.
Okay, so you're not a weed smoker now, but if you was to smoke weed, are you going for taste or are you going for high? What is your go-to? I'm a guy who likes taste.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a guy that wants
Me
to be
too.
fucked and
Yeah, like just fucking,
I'm
yeah.
buzzing.
I become useless, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of the people who smoke those strong things, they're used to that and they're not useless. I'm useless because I'm not really a weed smoker. But if I was a weed smoker still, I think I'll be going for the strong thing because I'm seriously trying to get high. Back in the day, we used to have a thing called Guinness weed, right? Called it Guinness weed.
Guinness weed.
Guinness weed, right?
What's that?
I'll tell you what Guinness weed is. Guinness weed is so not strong, it's so weak that in order to get high from it, you have to have a Guinness with the joint. Yeah, no, we used to do that. We used to call it Guinness weed. My brother would come round and go, listen, I've got this weed. Oh, but listen, mate, it's Guinness weed. It's getting you get pull out a dragon stout or something like that. You're a rare nephew. You have to,
dead.
otherwise
I can't smoke that.
otherwise you're not getting high.
I can't smoke
You
that.
know, I'll tell you, it used to give me headaches. You know, half a high. For some reason, half a high.
You said that to me. You said that happens when you smoke Mersh or Cess.
Yeah, half a high.
Compared to smoking skunk.
Because I got used to that skunk thing. So then I've got brethren who are like, nah, I only still smoke Mersh. You know, it's better for you. And it probably is. It's better for your brain. Do you know what I mean? All that. It's probably got less whatever in it. And they still smoke Mersh and they're giving me the Mersh and I'm smoking it. It's giving me a fucking headache. It gives me a headache because it's half a high. And it's like the Foster's beer. I tried drinking that Foster's beer and it gave me a half a drunk, half a tipsy. And anything half a something for some reason just gives me a fucking headache. So I just need to get fucking...
You want to go full.
It's either on or it's off. Anything in between just seems to fucking hurt my head. But now, like I said, I'll smoke that medicinal thing because I'm a lightweight and it does taste nice. It don't taste as nice as the black market thing and it's not as strong as the black market thing, I ain't gonna lie. They're more tasty, but them things are just too much.
It works out for about £10 a gram.
£10 a gram. So £70. What's that? The medicinal?
Yeah, medicinal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not about, mind you, bro. Fuck me, £70 a quarter.
And then every 6 months you got to pay an update on your prescription.
£70 a quarter, like for me. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's.
No, I got like 20 grams. I think it's 20 grams or no, I got 10. No. Yeah, so I got 20 plus 20 plus 20. So I got no. So let me tell you a lie. I got 50 grams. It cost me nearly £3.
So what's that? That's like 2 ounces.
Yeah.
For £300, £150 an ounce.
And it's a hit and miss. So two of the brands were fire. Then the other ones like.
So when you get this medicinal thing, is there like you know, it says, oh, it's got this much THC in it. It's this and it's that.
So
does it say things about it? Does it tell you anything about it?
What does that say? That's 10 grams.
Okay. Does it say how strong it
It's got the
is?
expiry there.
Does it say how much THC or anything?
Yeah, it does. Look at the bottom.
I need glasses, mate. What's that say? Okay. All right, so it says approximate, what is that, 20 something?
22.
22. Right, so you know what you're getting.
That's 22%. That's 22% THC and 1% CBD. That's this is from a company called Grow. It's one of the best because it comes to the tub. I like it.
So tell me,
the flavour is strawberry glue.
So tell me this: who wants to smoke something called glue? But listen,
You got Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I remember that because I think I even grew Gorilla Glue just in my end of my fucking little days.
But I went on a webpage which is called Medibuds and it tells you all the medicinal brands. It tells you, and that got good reviews. So strawberry glue, strawberry bananas.
Because when you said it's hit and miss, right? When you were going to get it, did you like research it a little? Did you just go, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll have some of that and some of that and some of that?
I'd done my research. I looked at it, went with the name. Then I'd done one of those common mistakes. You go for the one that said it's got the highest THC.
Yes.
And that's not what it is.
Really? So wait, you got the one with the high THC?
And it tastes like shit.
It got you stoned though?
To be honest with you, it wasn't even that. I think give it to Tyler.
Did you find that the quality of the buds, that one that you're talking about?
They all look beautiful.
Oh, they all look beautiful. Okay, but you just smoked it and it weren't fucking up to, weren't doing the job.
Up the par, I would rather, me personally, I would rather black market grade. That grade didn't hit. These ones in the tubs that are empty did hit. That's why I still got this. I like them coming like this. The other ones come in bags. Once you bust open the bag,
and
You've got to keep it in that kind of bag.
So did you find with this medicinal thing? So there are better. So some companies are better than others. So I stay away from that company now, and I'm just only dealing with them and all of that.
So you've got Green Carrot, then you've got one called 420 Buds or something, and then you've got.
I see the posters for that 420. Yeah. Like you drive round roundabouts and stuff, and they've got all these fucking posters on the wall.
Then you've got this company.
Okay.
You've got a couple, Aurora. So there's loads of companies there. Before, like, the UK pushed it, they were on the stock market. So that's how I knew that was going to come through.
So you go online, you order that, you pay for it online with Apple Pay.
You have a look, and then you put in your order, and then your medicinal doctor will call you and have a conversation with you, and then you say,
"Are you feeling suicidal?"
No, you get that. You get that sent to you as a questionnaire.
You know, I overheard a conversation with a friend of mine, right, where he was just trying to, I don't know if it's get registered or whatever he was doing and all of that, And he had this woman. The woman sounded like a retard. I think she was so polite and nice, but she was just stupid. And some of the questions.
But they have to ask these questions.
Yeah.
They have to.
They're asking you, are you suicidal? Who the fuck's going to go, yesterday I fancy jumping off a bridge, but today you could just send me this. No one's going to go.
Yeah, but some people, I think if I say then I might get it because they might stop me from feeling suicidal. And then I caught that person and saved their life.
Now you're a fool, man. You're supposed to just tick the right boxes. Where's everyone? You know, like when you're applying for the driving license, are you a fucking spastic? Are you decided that? You're supposed to just tick no. You're supposed to tick no. So you're telling me that there are some people that tick yes.
No, there must be. Maybe,
must be,
like you said, legislation, they have to do that. They have to put that through.
Some of the questions. But no one's going to just fucking answer these questions. Like,
you jump through the hoop. You jump through the hoop, the first one, and then you do the repeat prescription on the second one.
I ask you, so you go online, you order the thing, you get a phone call from your doctor. The doctor asks you, have you tried this one before?
No, the doctor's going to ring me to ask me and also validate the prescription because she won't pull it through until she spoke to me on the phone.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
So then I'll say, I'd like to change strains because I'm not really feeling these strains. I didn't like the taste.
Sorry, is it like a monthly subscription?
Some of them are monthly, some of them are quarterly. Yeah? Okay. But every time I want to repeat my prescription, I'm going to have to do that conversation and I'm going to have to pay for the repeat prescription, which is $9.99. Some of them don't have that. Some of them say if you pay for the year, so you don't ever have to pay for the repeat prescription.
That's fair enough. Right, so after you have the conversation with your doctor, how do you now pay for this cannabis?
Then she'll say, okay, I'm going to put it through. Then I'm going to get a call in like 7 days from the pharmacy saying, okay, your order's been processed. And then I get a link. And I make that payment through the link.
Granted. So hold on. You could try and get that on Monday.
And sometimes
you've got to wait till next Monday.
Sometimes it's next Monday. Well, it was next Monday. One time they put me off, it pissed me off. It was like 2 weeks. However, they got better. So I could put it on Monday and by Friday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right, they've sent you the link.
I can have it.
Oh, you can have it. So once you get that link now, you pay for that, Apple Pay, whatever it is, PayPal, whatever you pay for that. Where do you go and get it from? The post office?
No, it comes to my house.
It gets delivered to your house?
It gets delivered to your house.
Oh, so wait.
You can get it sent to a pharmacy and pick it up from a pharmacy.
I'm curious. So that just gets delivered like a normal parcel from Royal Mail or...
No, it'll get delivered, but it'll be delivered by like special
kind of cannabis courier.
No, it'll be a courier.
Okay.
But not a specialist. No such thing as a specialist.
Right.
But these people deal with pharmaceuticals, if that makes sense.
So if you're not home, do they man hide that like Amazon? Hide that under the bush?
They could, or going to leave it on the side, or someone here can sign for it, put it on the side. You'll never know what's inside it.
Yeah,
only you would know, because you know you're expecting your parcel.
Yeah, fair enough.
That makes sense. But by the time you spoke to the pharmacy and he said it's processed the order and you make your payment, your order should be with you the next day.
Okay.
This is the issue that I had with them. It was that long turnover. If you was a cat, like the person doing the knife in your yard, he can't wait a whole week and do
that. He couldn't even wait fucking half hour.
If you've got kids that are having fits and you want to give them, they can't wait that. That's why I said some companies are good, some companies not, because it's not just my company, it's about 15 different companies out there, bro.
The thing with me is back in the day as well, even not that long ago, let's give it 5 years, 6 years. And this is what I always used to say to people, because people got something about weed and people have got weed. I'm telling you this, from 1998 until 2004, I had times where I stopped smoking. I'll go 3 months. I could literally just stop. I go, no, do you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone for a little while. But from 1998 until 2004, I was never without weed. I never let it get down to where I've got 2 joints left.
No,
Never.
if it gets down like that to me, that's why I quit. That's why I don't smoke.
Never. But it weren't even a mission. It weren't even an issue. It was like, oh, listen, what? I've got 4 grams left. All right, let's start looking for the next bit now. Let's get the next bit. So I was never without. And then even problem or whatever, I could always go somewhere in my house and go, oh, look there. You know what I mean? I was never without. Never without. I've always been like that with anything. Anything that I'm fucking doing recreationally, I would never run out of that. I'm telling you, I'd always have some somewhere. You know, never. Because I see people where they're running out. And now it's all a fucking thing, you know? They start getting agitated.
For me, it's not fun no more. She being in that state.
Of course. I used to look at them and go, what the fuck are you lot doing?
So this just spoke. If he gets to that stage,
what are you lot doing?
It should never be that.
Never.
That's addiction, though.
Listen, I used to have customers. I used to have a woman, right, an Asian woman, right, lovely lady from Hounslow West, and she used to come and buy weed, but she was on a thing where if she phoned me and go, have you got any weed? And like I said, I'd always have weed. But sometimes I've just got weed for me. Or you're going to have to wait till tonight or something like that and I'll sell you a draw. You know what I mean? I'm not dipping in my fucking thing to give it to you. That's mine. But the woman was almost in tears. Because I ain't got no weed for her. She'd say, I've had a few customers over the years where if they couldn't get their fucking weed, it was a thing. I mean, like crack, like heroin, like crack. You know, I'm looking at I couldn't understand.
Mental health,
bro.
I don't even laugh at things like that, but it's...
She used to cry.
Do you think if it gets to that stage, she should quit, or maybe she needs it?
I stopped selling her weed.
Why?
Because I knew that I was contributing to her fucking downfall. I've got a conscience. Some people don't care, you know, but I was like, you know, I've got to stop selling this woman weed because you know what? It's clearly not right for her.
So do you think most kind of dealers should have conscience with their clients? What do you think about the people roping people in? Me and T just had this episode, and T got suffered by a guy in uni who made him run up a 650 tab and then stuck it on him before Tyler can go away to go to his yard for holiday.
You know, it's just a thing. You can't expect anyone to do the right thing. You can't. The world's full of fuckers. You know, you know, I'm not look. I'm drinking Stella Artois. How righteous am I? But you know what? From the beginning of my life, and my mum used to take me to church. I got into Rastafarianism and all of that, and I feel like it's built something in me where I've got morals and a conscience. You know, I done it. Don't get it twisted. I went to jail like doing that. I gave a guy a thing, and I almost knew in my heart that he wouldn't have the money. And it tripled and quadrupled the debt, tripled, and it went up.
Why did he keep giving? Why? Why did you just say no?
No, what means
Was that greed?
He took the weed. Yeah, it was greed. He took the weed, and I sort of knew he might not have the £20. But I done that knowing that what I'll do is well, eventually he was paying me £80. He'll pay me £80 for that £20.
And is that your conscience is automatically? No,
but I done it. That's what I mean. I was like, nah, go on, listen, it's £40 now. Where have you been for 2 weeks? Fuck that, man. It's £60 now. Now you owe me £80.
So the debt just went up.
Not only that, but now that you owe me nearly £100, the disrespect is even more. Because if you owe me £20 and you're fucking with me, that's £20. But if you owe me £100 and you're fucking with me, I'm going to have to fucking do something about this.
Stop.
You know?
You know? So he owes you your score, yeah? And did he pay your score, or you kept on flicking more on top?
Nah, he didn't, because I wouldn't tick him. It was
so
only...
you just increased the debt?
Yeah.
Every time he didn't come back to pay it,
I thought I was fucking Tony Montana, mate. I thought I was somebody in life, you know? Really I thought I was somebody, man. It's bad, you know?
Bad,
It's bad, man. Like I said, when I was younger, I was a lot more ruthless, you know? Because you know what the wickedest thing is, yeah? I know some people nowadays who you know, they you know, I've got like a friendship with them or whatever, you know what I mean? And they see, you know, they're moving around me a certain way. But I know that if them people was around me in the fucking 90s, they just stopped talking to me. They stopped talking. Even you, mate. I swear you back in the fucking day. You back in the day, they would have stopped talking to him. They would have gone, nah, you know, I can't fucking talk to him. They would literally, we didn't stand for nothing, you know what I mean? You couldn't even...
Let me tell you something.
You walked the wrong way.
Let me be real with you. Sometimes we didn't have much.
Yeah.
So for someone to take what you've had
Yeah.
and then tell you that up yours,
Yeah.
and they've had it.
He didn't even, you know, the geese didn't even tell me help me yours. But you know the wickedest thing is, I know he was out there buying more weed from other people, because the people are telling me that the guy's buying more weed, and that just made it even
Yeah,
more
but those
like.
people should never told you that. They added fuel to the fire. That pissed you.
They didn't even think about it like that. They thought you know what, I like Peter. You know, look, Peter, that geezer, he bought a fucking drawer for me last week. You know what I mean? What, he owes you 80 quid. Fuck off, he just spent 30 quid
Is
yesterday.
there underlying, like, kind of communication between dealers?
Like
a network?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, there was. I don't know if there is now, but there was, you know.
Do you know about Telegram and all those kind of...
Yeah, I've heard about it. Like, I used to have a little Telegram that it's like a WhatsApp, but fucking for naughty people. Yeah. We didn't have none of that back in the fucking day. Oh, what do all the dealers talk to each other on Telegram now?
Nah, it's like an open like eBay, I think. But the thing was, it's like they're not, it's not like open eBay. But if I got something to sell and I want to get you to buy it, I can advertise on it without getting pinched. But the government have got onto it, so you have to get banned and whatnot. But the question is, there's just nothing but bare scammers on there. So let me just bring it back and run it back. Were there scammers in your day? Were people giving you fake scores and fake notes? Were people giving you fake...
I used to buy quarter bars for £260, and the £60 was always fake £20 notes. The 60s always, it was £60 fake £20, and it went on for about a year until the geezer realised, and then he repeated it. I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? And all of that, he didn't deserve it. I shouldn't have done. Well, he must have he didn't have a problem with the £20 notes, because he must have gone to his dealer with that pile of money, or to the off license.
You always give him that 6-0,
it was always
funny money, and the 2 bills.
Always. Obviously, it weren't like separate.
No, but I know.
It was always £60 fake in there. It was always £60, and it went on for about a year.
You're fucked.
It went on for a year.
You're fucked.
Went on for a year, man.
What other scammers? What other kind of scammers?
I'll tell you what I used to do as well. I used to have a woman called Naomi, right? And Naomi, she had a weed problem. She had a problem like heroin addicts got a problem. And I told you about some of them people. And this Naomi woman, was just like, she had to have weed. She had to. She just couldn't function without the fucking weed, you know? And and she'd come, oh mate, some of these people, she'd come and you know, she'd want a half ounce. And the half ounce was only ever 10 grams. And that went on for about a year as well. It was only ever 10 grams.
So you were scamming people. I thought you would tell us some stories of people trying to scam you, but you're the scammer.
I've got a couple of them. Yeah, I've got a couple of them. I'll come on to them. Yeah, Naomi used to get fucking 10 grams for a fucking half ounce.
So what happens if they ring you and say, listen, but that was under?
She didn't have no fucking scales. And if she ever, if she ever phoned me and went, it was under, so imagine we'd be doing this for months now. Months. She ain't said nothing, months. And then let's say she goes, or a friend brings some scales, or if she's got some scales, and I'll go, oh shit, my bad. And I would go, here's the 4 grams. And then from there onwards, I go, look, she's got scales now. And you'd have to fucking give her the fucking thing. Because that fucking 4 grams, you know what I mean? I could just sell that for, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know? I've had a few people.
Nah, don't rate it.
You know what I mean, Eva? What? I was a cunt. I'm telling you, I'm looking in the camera now and telling everyone, I was an absolute arsehole. I didn't give a fuck about nothing like that. Don't get, like, you know what I mean? Like, back then, I was going through a gangster phase or whatever. You know, I had another boy who used to come, and he'd buy like 7 £20 drawers. 7. Just to fling them out on my bed like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, what, mate? I'll tell you what, I'll give you a free one. Like I'm doing him a fucking favour. Yeah, so here's 8 £20 drawers for the price of 7.
Yeah, that means us. Why didn't you just come and get a daughter or something?
Yeah, or half ounce. Who's going to tell him that, though? I'm not going to go, mate, you'll be better off buying a half ounce. No way, lad. You know, no way. I'll go and buy the ounce and sell you the 7 £20 drawers. Even up until fairly recently, I know someone who was selling to him and he was still buying fucking 7 £20 bags a week.
So it hasn't worked out yet, the metric scale?
Fuck knows, man. I don't know what happened, but fuck it. But I'm trying to work out if I got scammed. So I've bought weed before where it was dog shit. That was like a fucking, you know, I sort of felt like I got scammed. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I got scammed.
What, it's just not on par?
Yeah, it was just fucking shit. You know, you bought half ounce. But it weren't even that, because you'd look at it and go, look at the twigs and all of that. But you get it, and it looked all right. And it sort of smelled all right, you know? But fuck, some of them, where it's fucking compressed as well, you go down inside the weed like that, there's mold. There's mold inside the fucking weed, man. Because it's been compressed, and it was wet. Yeah, it was wet when they compressed it and all of that. You're not supposed to compress it when it's too wet. And there'd be mold in there and stuff like that. But I was with a fucking guy. And I'll tell you this, I'll talk his name now as well. There's a guy called Rana from Hounslow West. Back in the day, Rana. Yeah? And Rana,
Oh,
I don't know who sent the link for Rana, but somebody's gone, no, listen, Rana's got whatever it is. We never dealt with this fucking guy before. And what he done was he come with a cornflakes box, right? So we went to buy a kilo or half a kilo, whatever it was, and it fit inside this fucking cornflakes box nicely. And it wrap up the fucking cornflakes box, and it's got all kinds of tape, brown parcel tape, and it will wrap up like that. And he gave man the thing, gave him the money, and by the time now he's wrapped up the thing so good that it took us about 5 minutes to get into the fucking thing. It was fucking hay. It was hay. And this is my karma though, karma for doing all the things that I've done.
you got scammed.
Well, mate, he jumped a fucking, he's gone, jumped a fence, done whatever. Wait, what, 5 minutes now we're going, where the fuck is this guy gone?
What, so you're telling me the cornflakes box? Let's break this down.
Yeah, because people were laughing, go away, cornflakes box. But imagine, that was like fairly normal back in the day. Like, you know,
to fit it in there.
yeah, like a man's trying to wrap up the thing and be discreet and move, you know what I mean, whatever.
Wrap up the thing and put it inside the cornflakes box, but to put the cornflakes box and then wrap around the
All
cornflakes
the
box.
tape and all that.
He's taking the piss.
Yeah, he's taking the piss. But the thing is, it was so normal that we didn't look and go, why has he done that? It weren't. You all kinds of fucking.
And by time, so you in the whip or what?
Nah, we met him in Beavers Park.
So you're in the park now, you're
met him
unwrapping
in
to just
Beavers
double check.
Park, yeah, and it was
He's
fucking hay. It was hay. It was all hay. There wasn't no weed at all in there.
So you ever catch him?
No, but we looked for that guy for fucking ages, man.
He took the piss.
We looked for him for ages. But you know what? A lot of them guys, I looked at his vibe and he's probably a heroin addict by now. I swear.
don't say
I'm not saying I want him to be, but you know what I mean? A lot of them, man, you look at them and you just get that vibe and go, listen, you know what I mean? Now you're older, I look back and go, nah, listen, I bet you're up to fucking no good now. But yeah, he done that. We used to get sold henna for hash.
Yeah, we said it before.
Yeah, we used to get sold henna for hash. And we smoked the fucking henna trying to get high. You're smoking it going, now that's henna. I'm fucking roll another joint. You know, come on, to roll another one. You're just praying that, like, somehow I'm going to get high off of that fucking henna.
No henna.
You're not getting high.
Disgusting.
And it fuck your chest up and
Is that
everything.
the same henna that they put onto tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's amazing how the thing looked and smelt so hashy. It's amazing because it looked and smelt just like a bit of hash. You know, but that's why we never really fucked with hash as well. Hash was like for white people back in the day, you know. But yeah, I got fucking scammed. I've fucking scammed people. Like I said, I've taken people's weed. You know, this is when I'll tell you when I took some people's weed is when in the later times now where any Tom, Dick and Harry thought they was just a dealer. And I was like, nah, but you're in Hounslow West. Nah, I'm in Hounslow West. What are you fucking doing here doing it? And you go and meet him, go and fucking.
Keep trying to lock it down and have it all.
Give me that, mate. Give me that. When he give me that, I said, listen, go on, I'll see you later, mate. And he's just a little Indian boy. He couldn't say nothing. He's just like, all right, then, like that. And that was it. I didn't even hide my face because I know enough of them man are robbing people now. They're wrapping up their face and doing all kinds of things. I was just bold. I was like, no, you give me that, man. Man, go now. That's it, gone. He had to just go. That was it. Just had to shut his mouth. Oh, poor guy, man.
Any stories in Barbados?
So I told you about how I used to bring back the fucking weed every time I used to go.
You said about the posters.
Yeah. £1 poster. You get fucking quarter for it. There was a guy out there called Frank in the south of Barbados. He was the stash man.
Oh, yeah, you said you used to see people stashing things from the river, from the sea coming over.
Bruv, their man used to abandon vans on the fucking beach and all of that. And like, it was in the newspaper and all of that. And like, there's a van abandoned on the beach full of sand and all of that. And all of that, you know, like their man just fucking done the thing.
Did you ever smoke any grade in Mexico? Because I know you'd be Mexico.
No, I didn't. But I'll tell you what I did with some Mexican people. I think I might have mentioned this in that fucking thing before. But I went to a festival in Barcelona. Did I tell you that? Listen, mate.
No.
Mate.
Tell us about the
I went to a festival in Barcelona. So we do that dub thing. And usually what happens is if you're doing a festival in a foreign country.
They give you grade, you told us.
Yeah. But what happens is usually you play on their sound system. You don't bother bringing your sound system because that's fucking far. But we drove to Barcelona. We drove 2 vans full of sound equipment all the way to Barcelona. It was a fucking drive.
Well, did you know that you was playing on their sound or did you think you'd be playing on your sound?
No, it's all been arranged. We're bringing our sound.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually, you know what I mean? You talk to these people and they go, look, you come over here and play on this. And you just get a plane. You go over there on a plane, you go and play on their sound system, you get the plane back the next day or whatever and all that. This was a 3-day festival. We've done a few of them where we drove. We drove to Belgium, we drove to the south of France, and we drove to Barcelona. And we drove to Barcelona to do this fucking thing. And by then, I was really just a drinker. So I'm drinking and drinking and all of that, yeah. And then these little Mexican guys had a stall set up. And they were selling caps. Yeah, these little new era kind of them little fucking with them caps. And they were selling these caps, and an Indian guy that I was with went, oh, these Mexican guys is like he knew them from online, like from Facebook or something like that. And they've gone, oh, listen, we've got these dabs.
Oh, you didn't tell me your dab story.
I'm like, dabs? I don't even know what the fuck a dab is, mate.
Yeah, I've never done one yet, and I'm a bit shook.
Mate, listen,
I've got my puff co up there, but carry on with your story.
Their man had like a glass bong or something like that. No, it wasn't even. All I know is they had like a needle. It was almost like a needle, but it's a bit bigger than a needle.
It's like a spatula, small.
Tiny though. I'm talking dandruff. Like the smallest. I can't even look. I've got
I know how small it is.
Bro,
what did he put it on for you to piff on?
I feel like my memory's bad. It was either like a glass bong or they kept it on that little spatula. They might have kept it on the spatula and just fucking lit a lighter underneath it or something like. Bro, I'm talking a speck. A speck, yeah? And I'm going like that, yeah, on this speck. Mate, that done me. That was me for the day. I couldn't even function. I started spinning out because I've been drinking as well. My head started, but the smallest, I couldn't believe, how is this thing so small that can get me so fucking high?
Yeah, it melts, there's rosin. That's what the machine's up there. When I piff again, let me just give a quick
we're gonna smoke that?
Yeah, because I'm gonna try the machine up there. I told this to T the other day, so I'm gonna order.
What, is that the thing for the dabs, yeah?
Yeah, dab rig.
It might have been something like that. It looked like something made of glass, maybe. My memory's fucking bad.
It heats up, you gotta have it to a certain temperature, and then when they drop it on there,
oh, it was tiny.
Yeah, finish you.
Oh, it fucking.
I'm shook to do it, but I'm gonna do it. So let me just clear the fans quickly something, yeah? So, like I said, get us to 100 subscribers, and me and T will start piffing again.
I'm coming.
We'll light up the cookie.
I'm coming. I'm coming for some of that. You look and watch me whitey. If who wants to see me whitey, 100 subscribers, see me vomiting in his little plant pot. Can you see the plant pot?
No, you're not doing that there, bruv. And the puff coat, I'm gonna light that up as well. 420 is coming up, so get us to 100 subscribers before 420. Be love.
What's this 420 thing?
So every year, 420. So the 4th is April and the 20th is the day is Cannabis Day.
Where? In England?
Everywhere around the world. So most people go to Hyde Park.
I remember they done something in Trafalgar Square once. And it was just free cannabis. Free the weed. Free the weed like the weed was a prisoner. Free the weed, all these white hippie people in fucking Trafalgar Square.
Yes. Oh,
everyone fucking smoking weed. Everyone smoking weed. And me and my mate, and like I said, I've been a drinker for a long time. Drinking. Going in Trafalgar Square with these white hippie people. The white hippie people are giving me the fucking weed and all of that. And then I had a strawberry ice cream. I fucking got on a tube to come back. And by the time I got to Acton Town, it was all over, blood. I got off of the fucking tube on Acton Town, and the pink ice cream on the platform, there's about 100 people on the platform, just all over the fucking platform, man. Free the weed. And I was doing that in Trafalgar Square, man.
Let me ask you a question. Have you been to any kind of cannabis exhibitions or any cannabis festivals? I'm so glad that you said that.
Nah, only that thing in Trafalgar Square, but I know that they do that thing in Hyde Park, actually. I think I've heard about it. I think, you know. What's mad is like, even Notting Hill Carnival, you know, everyone's just smoking weed. I know a couple of people who've got fucking, not shift, they take their weed off of it.
Not now.
Yeah.
I was at Notting Hill Carnival just gone with my missus. We're bunning the zoo, walking through. We're smoking. The police walk past us. An Asian guy walks past us. He can smell weed. He goes, "You got any darker light?" I said, "Just fuck off." He probably got CID. Yeah, so they're probably not on you for weed. They're probably on you if you're doing that.
No, other things,
I couldn't believe he just asked it so blazingly.
Yeah, you're definitely a fucking policeman. You're definitely a policeman.
Like, I'm with my missus, we're dressed, we're just chilling.
You're definitely a policeman.
And I said, fuck off. I said, why would you, in my head, I told myself, why would you ask that?
You're definitely a policeman.
Who goes carnival for that? That made no sense to me.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely a fucking police. Back in the day, in Hounslow West, we used to when it's summertime and that, we spend a lot of time outside. So we're outside that block of flats that I used to live in and all of that, and we used to just be out there smoking weed and hanging around and whatever. And I remember these two girls come up, an Asian girl and a white girl. Nice looking girls, young girls, and all of that come up asking for weed as well.
No,
yeah. And you get to find out a few months later that they're fucking CID. Did you smoke some weed with us? You know what I mean? But you get to find out later that they were fucking CID as well, man.
Yeah, do you know it's really now, well, the community's big. The space is opened up. We just spoke about the medicinal cannabis. It's not, there is still a slight stigma, but it's not as bad. It's like, look at those jungle bunnies smoking their cannabis. It's not that no more.
Yeah, because back in the day as well, like, just the smell, like the white people used to get vexed The white people's angry. It's almost like the smell. You know what, right? This is what Ras people tell you as well, right? In Barbados, you learn these things where the smell of weed, it irritates evil spirits. It irritates evil
Is that what
spirits.
they say?
Yeah, right. They can't take the smell of ganja. So if you're burning ganja, you're cleansing your environment because there's no evil, wicked people ain't coming round because they can't take it. It irritates them. And back in the day, we were smoking the weed. The white people used to get all agitated and all of that. And we'd be like, well, these people...
But it's not just white people. Some African people, some black people that don't like the smell of weed.
Yeah, it's true, though.
Like, you know, like, look at what about the Jamaican, your gran or your nan?
Yeah.
Come on, man,
Yeah, walking, smell, you're smelling the weed and all that. Yeah,
But some of those people in church are wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true as well, though. That's what I mean, you know. Yeah, they used to say that the smell irritates them. But I can see in the future where the smell of weed is just going to become it's just normal, innit? Like everyone's just, you know what I mean?
That's what's good thing about the dabs and with the vapes.
Yeah.
It neutralizes so quick.
Yeah. Like it smells a tiny bit of cannabis as you puff it out, but within 10 seconds, that's gone. You know, that's gone. You're sitting there smoking a joint and the room smells funny for fucking, you know, the rest of the day. You know, even your car. Some people drive around in their car smoking. You open
That's
the door.
another reason why I'm so glad that I haven't smoked at this moment in time is when I was piffing, I would think that no one could smell it. Showered, put my fresh clothes on my car.
Yeah.
Bruv,
Yeah.
when I stopped smoking, I can smell it in my wardrobe. I can smell it everywhere.
You see people and you're like, mate, you fucking stink. They can't smell it. They ain't even been smoking. It's just in them.
Yeah.
It's in their pores as well. You eat a lot of garlic, fucking after a few months, if you eat garlic every day, your sweat starts smelling like garlic. You smoke weed every day, it's coming out your pores.
Yeah, I remember training in the gym and I said to myself, raw, why can I smell haze?
And it's you.
It's me.
It's your armpits, blood. Your armpits smell like fucking haze.
It's me.
But I like the smell of weed. This is what I was going to say as well about the smell, though. I like the smell of weed. When I smell that, it smells nice. And I can't understand why someone would be like, well, how does that smell bad to you? That smell like incense and niceness to me.
I think it smells bad to them because it's illegal and they just want to be right.
Yeah, so it don't smell bad to them.
It's not allowed to smoke that, so I want to be a fucking Karen and I want to get on to you.
Yeah. You know, because I used to be a bus driver and they had a woman get on the fucking bus upstairs and she started smoking crack. And she was smoking crack on the fucking bus. And I'm driving, I'm going, fuck me, it smells like burning plastic. It smells burning plastic. And what the fuck's that? And then you got the cameras like that, you look up there like that, and she's smoking crack. And I went on the mic. I was like, hey, listen, stop smoking that up there. Can't smoke that up there. And she stopped. All good. Drive on fucking 5 more minutes, you got the pipe back out again and started smoking crack again.
Do you prefer the beer than the weed?
Only now. You know what, before?
I got a headache. I drink 2 of these like on the weekend when I'm with my missus, so I have 2. And I wake up in the morning and I got a headache, bro.
But that's vodka, I can't, maybe if I drank that, it might be, beer's quite light. The thing with me is back in the day, when I used to smoke a lot of weed, you know, just like enough people now, I'm not even trying to go like I used to smoke more than everyone. I'm smoke what everyone else is smoking now. But you know, you wake up and you smoke, and then you eat your breakfast and you smoke, then you just before lunch you smoke, and then you eat lunch and smoke, and you smoke. And what I was doing then, I could smoke weed and do it, because I was just selling weed. I used to sell weed and play PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation 1.
I love that.
PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, 007. Jeez.
Do you play computer now?
No. But shall I tell you what I found though? So I had a PlayStation, I've still got a PlayStation 4, right? So I know I'm outdated, but it ain't that many years ago. And it was Call of Duty. And man, them used to go online and we were all online playing together and all of that. But the only way I could play that for more than 15 minutes was if I smoked some weed. I had to smoke weed in order for me to sit here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours playing that fucking thing.
So you think computer games and
we go together nice, man.
Just like music and we go together.
Yeah, you know what I almost feel like? So with the weed, like I said, I'm less productive. So I could sit and smoke weed and sell weed, and I could drive and drop a drawer off and smoke weed and be high and do all of this. But I'm not getting up at 5 in the fucking morning and putting on overalls and going and fucking dodging dog shits in someone's garden and fucking digging up weeds and all that. I'm not gonna fancy it. It's almost like weed helps you be not productive, and so do computer games. Computer games, them people that sit down and play computer games all fucking day, you're not productive. You're not. What are you fucking doing? You're playing Call of Duty and talking to fucking people in Saudi Arabia on your earpiece, fucking playing games. That's not productive. And it's almost like the weed and the not productiveness go hand in hand.
Do you honestly believe that, Trent? Yeah.
Some people are brilliant. They get up and smoke weed and still go and fucking dig trenches. you know, and still
So
whatever.
you're saying if you go to work 9 to 5, finish your 9 to 5,
I could do that.
done your
I could have a little one joint, yeah.
done your manly duties with your family,
Mm.
had your dinner with your missus,
Yeah.
and rolled your joint and play computer
Yeah.
for an hour to 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, in order for me to play that game for more than 15, 20 minutes, I have to be a bit stoned.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just get my brain, I was just like, oh, fuck this. My brain just goes, fuck this. But with the weed, for some reason, my brain don't go, fuck this. My brain just goes, yeah, wow, this is great. My brain's just like, yeah, this is fucking brilliant.
So it enlightens you, it heightens your feeling when you're playing the computer. But if you don't smoke, so you'd rather go out and be out.
I'll just do something. Just do something. The weed helps me do things that are more chilling. Let's say, let's call it not productive, but more chilling. It helps me to do more chilling things. And playing computer to me is very chilling.
You know, so it's funny that you said that. Because when you watch the episode I just did with T, you'll see, okay, cool, because T said, I'm productive when he smokes weed, can't get up for work, do nothing. Now he's playing football because he doesn't smoke. He's playing football, he's getting up in the morning, he doesn't snooze his alarm 50 times.
You get bored. You get bored. Like, without the weed in my brain, I'm going,
okay, so let me tell you something. I haven't smoked for 8 months. And you can ask my missus and ask T, I play computer.
Yeah.
I'm smashing it. I'm about to buy.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm playing Warhammer right now.
Warhammer?
Yeah, I'm playing Warhammer.
Wait,
Crazy.
Do you remember the fucking the little board game back
yeah,
in the day, the
but
Warhammer?
Chinaman used to always play. Yeah.
What, is it like that? But on computer?
Computer, and I'm playing as a guy who's gone around worlds and stuff. But between me and you, I'm buying a handheld PC because I want to upgrade from my PS Portal because my PS Portal remote control plays. So PlayStation's here. When I'm at my missus' house, I can just turn on my PlayStation from my Portal and play on my Portal. So these are the things I'm doing right now, not just that.
And you don't smoke weed.
I don't smoke weed. I'm about to buy an electrical skateboard as well.
You're that guy, man. You're that guy.
But when I smoke weed, I said this to T, when I smoke weed, I'm telling myself I'm going to do these things and I never do them.
Yeah.
I just do gym, life, see the man, and whatnot.
Yeah.
When I stop smoking, things that I said I was going to do,
you're going to go and do them.
I'm going to do.
That's what I mean. I sort of feel like it helps you be less productive. I don't you know what Afro Man said it, innit? I was going to do that.
You bust his case, you know?
Yeah, I see that. I see you made all them songs about them people.
Police officer, he said lemon. What's it? He said lemons loving pie.
Yeah. Was it pound cake?
Yeah, lemon pound cake.
Them lot went in the fucking thing and eat all the cake and all of that, you know?
The police, and they tried to sue him and they broke into his house.
Yeah, and he got it all on fucking camera and them lot didn't even realise you lot all on fucking camera, man. America's a funny place, man, when it comes to whites and blacks, you know?
Brother.
It ain't like that over here, thankfully.
I always, when I was young, wanted to go to America. Now I only want to go Cali to smoke the weed and the dispensaries over there.
You don't want to spend no amount of time. You're going to walk down the road and get mistaken for fucking someone and get shot.
I can't see.
You know, though, like...
Which is, bro.
But I'm saying, like, no, I mean, go for a little holiday and all of that and do what you got to do. But fucking, you know, imagine you said to yourself, oh, let me just go and fucking... I went to Barbados and said, I'm going to spend a year in Barbados. I went and spent a year in Barbados. When you going to try and tell yourself you're going to spend a year in America, you know?
Do you think it's that hostile?
I know. They make it look like that, innit, though?
Yeah.
You'd have seen the fucking, what do you call it, waffle? Something waffle house, something chicken, something and waffle.
And man split your wig.
Lobster and something, yeah. What is it, thingy and lobster, red lobster, whatever, them little... Yeah, and they go, oh no, my bad. That these is EJ's from England. That ain't even
okay,
Deontay. That ain't even Deontay.
Let me ask you the last question. What is your favourite strain?
All right, so of
your youthful days,
of my youthful days,
and of this,
they used to have something called orange bud, but it was like Jamaican weed. It was compressed. It's got orange bud in it. It had like a lot of orange hairs in it. Fucking lovely.
Did it taste like orange? Did it taste like orange?
Nah, it just tastes like weed, you know? It's not, spray that with that orange paste. Spray it with that.
So it's called orange bud?
Oh, it was called orange, what was it? Orange bud? Oh, fucking, it was orange something, yeah? It weren't called orange bud, I'm lying. But it had a lot of little orange hairs in it. I can't remember what they called it. That was fucking lovely. Cess was just unbelievable, but cess was like triple the price of a normal weed. So you wouldn't really sell that. Most people are not coming and paying triple price for things. They don't want that. That's connoisseur weed. You know what I mean? They just want the standard £20 draw. And then we get further on into time.
Skunk.
Skunk. When it first come out, Power Plant was fucking nice. Power Plant was fucking good. Could you
tell us the characteristics of that or taste? What did it taste like? Did it have any kind of flavours?
Very indica.
Dominant.
Yeah, very indica. No, I didn't even have that. It didn't. It was just straight up some sort of. You call it plain kind of now. Do you know what I mean? It weren't. What did they used to call the Amsterdam one? Where it was just the Dutch. Right? They'd probably call it Dutch. You know what I mean? But back when that came out, we had only had weed. So now you get that Dutch thing, and it's like, wow, like, you know, that was nice. New York Diesel, that was
Oh.
beautiful. That had a cushy. That had a
was
cushiness
fire,
about it.
that was
New
fire.
York Diesel was beautiful. Green Crack. Green
Okay,
Crack
I
was
never actually had
fucking-
Green Crack.
Green Crack was fucking lovely. And if we get a bit more further up to date, let me see, hang on.
Have you smoked gelato? Have you smoked runts?
Yeah.
Rainbow belts?
Yeah, I got that in that vape.
Okay, so we'll talk about vapes in a minute, but talk about flower at the moment. So the gelatos, the runts,
Smoked the gelato. That was nice. That was
Scotty.
nice. Nah, because biscotti weren't a thing. Biscotti. So I've smoked biscotti, but I've only smoked biscotti, you know, fairly recently. You know, in my timeline, it's fairly recent because somebody else was smoking it. So I don't know that. Then yeah, you know, that was nice. Yeah, it was nice. But yeah, but you know, back then sour tangy, that was fucking good
So you
as
like
well.
the sour tangy?
Yeah, tangy was good. You know, Trainwreck was nice, but that's going way back as well.
Okay, so you tried different brands of vapes, yeah?
Yeah,
So you tried the switches. You just told me that today.
that's my favourite.
Out of all them. So
Yeah.
the Zor?
That was good, but it was hard to smoke.
What, the Zor?
Yeah, it was hard to smoke because you had to be very cautious.
Why?
Me, I had to be very cautious when I'm smoking. Little like that, because any more than you couldn't take a proper on it.
Why? So you
You're
couldn't rip it?
coughing your fucking lungs out.
Oh, so you can't rip it.
I
Okay, you can't handle it.
Cough my fucking lungs out. I'll fucking spend 20 minutes coughing. If anything, I'm high from the coughing. You know, like I'm not getting enough oxygen. So now I'm like lightheaded. I've been coughing for fucking 20 minutes.
That's on the Zors.
Yes.
Okay, on the switch.
The switch though, whoever designed that done it nice. You can take a good on it and blah and nice. Because for me, the enjoyment is a taste. And to get the taste, you need a good pull so that when you blow it out your nose, you're getting a flavour. You need like a puff of fucking thing. If you're just going like that and go like that, you're not getting the fucking taste properly. Do you know what I mean? You get the little.
Okay, so the change between the 3 different flavours on the switch.
Yes.
Gimmicky or good? Was it easy? Was it a smooth transition? Because you can mix all 3 together. You could do 2 on 1.
He said, you know, he gave you instructions. It said, listen, if you're going to mix all of them together, do it with caution. I ain't done all 3 of them together. So I've got grape ape. That's the first one. There's something in the middle that I can't fucking remember the fucking name of it.
I know the one. It's D something.
Right? And then there's Rainbow Belts at the end, the third one. The Rainbow Belts is the nicest. Rainbow Belts is nice on that vape. Rainbow Belts is nice. Grape Ape's all right. To be honest with you, to me, there wasn't, because I don't know, but there weren't a massive difference between the Grape Ape and the second one. There weren't a massive difference.
So they're distinctive taste then.
That's what I mean. So between the Grape Ape and the whatever was in the middle, the second one, it wasn't that distinctive.
But the Rainbow Belts,
the Rainbow Belts
and the Grape Ape, you could say that's grape and
that's Rainbow Belts, and Rainbow Belts is beautiful.
Okay, you done the 1010s?
What do you mean?
1010 boys vape brand.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. You're gonna have to educate me. You can bring one of them and immediately. So I'm putting it for the sake of the podcast. For the sake of the podcast. Yes.
We're at the vapes, yeah?
Yeah.
So you've done the Switch.
Done the Switch. Switch is my favourite.
You've done the Zors.
Done the Zors. Zors was good. That would have lasted me forever.
1010 Boys is another brand. You have tried them. They're like 1Gs. They come in 1G, small ones, and then they come in like 2Gs.
What does it look like? What colour is it?
Small. They come
Thin,
up.
black.
Thin, black.
Yeah, I had one. One. That was nice.
You like them?
That was nice. That was nice. Not as nice as the Switch, but still nice.
Okay, so in terms of quality of the devices, what's feel better for you?
The Switch was the nicest because you could feel like you could take a proper pull on that and not cough your lungs up. And it was very tasty. I had some vapes very brightly coloured. Purple, orange,
What, the
blue.
liquid?
Nah, the actual vape.
Okay.
Right? You know them. I know you know them. Yeah, like so the top bit would be bright blue and the little bottom cap would be bright blue, or bright orange and bright orange. You know, blue this, blue that, something. Because I remember like getting them from people that you know, right?
Can you taste the THC when you blow them out?
Yeah, man. And they were tasty. They sort of made me cough. But the thing with them ones and it told you how many pulls you've taken.
Blinkers. And they're 1010 Boys as well.
Right,
yeah.
right. It was good for the first 70, 60, maybe 50 pulls. But anything after that, mate, you need the mouth of a whore to fucking get anything out of that blood. I'm telling you, like nothing. And we found that if we whack it on something, sometime or you shake it a couple of times, it's a bit easier. But until my fucking gland swelled up, my fucking throat started hurting from trying to fucking get this. It's almost like it got clogged. I don't know the quality of the coil or the entrance way, because with the switch, you see the piece of thing that you're sucking, you can feel that it's rather large, you know, so maybe it don't get fucking clogged like that. But that a couple of them little ones, it's
Blocked.
fucking, it's like it gets blocked or something, and I've got to suck for my fucking, you know, but they're only 30 quid each, and, you know, they're all right.
Okay, so let me
The
bring
switches
this
are
to here.
one.
Let me bring you to here. What are you doing right now in terms of music? Are you writing anything anymore? Is there anything else coming from you?
Yeah.
Because you went to a dub rave, am I correct?
Yeah, man. Listen, go on my YouTube, man. It's only about 30 seconds. It's a little short, man, but I'm in there going on good. I'll tell you what happened in there as well. So I was drinking, right? Drinking Peroni. And I put some money behind the bar. The man didn't have no change. He goes, ain't you got card? I said, nah. So I put some money there. I said, listen, just keep, every time I come, just give me a beer until my money done. Then the guy who I'm doing the dub rave, the guy who's playing the music, is complete. You're paying for the drinks. I said, yeah. He goes, listen, don't pay for no fucking drinks, man. Just go over there and tell them that you're with me, and they'll give you drinks. So I'm drinking. Imagine this now. Right about midnight, I'm in this fucking dance, and I said to my brethren, listen, lad, I've got to go. So I've got to go. He goes, what do you mean you got to go? You got to stay to the end, man. What are you doing, man? I said, no, man. I'm wigged. I said, do I sound wigged on the mic? He goes, no, you sound all right. I went, all right, I stayed. 2 more tune, 3 more tune. I go, nah, do you know what? I've got to go. And do you know what I realised afterwards what happened was? I'm drinking them drinks, and one of the other little boys in the rave had a vape. And I've gone to him, and I forgot about it at the time. I've gone to him, listen, give me some of that vape, man. And I smoked some of that, And then that's when I realised, actually, no, do you know what it was? If I just carried on drinking, I would have been nice. I had 2 pulls on the fucking vape, yeah. And I had to leave. But yeah, go on my YouTube channel, man. There's me nicing up the fucking dance, man. Nicing it up. You can hear the appreciation in the background. I'm doing my thing. You can hear people. Like,
are you coming back to the dub scene then? Have you ever left the dub scene?
What it is I have to dip in and dip out, because where I got the family now, and we ain't got no family, so it's just me and her. So she needs all the help she can get with them kids, because they're arseholes and they're annoying. You know, all kids are.
You said this last time.
Yeah, they're all annoying, all of them. I don't care whose kid it is. They're 5. They talk nonsense. 5-year-olds don't know what they're talking about. You know, they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I need to help her out as much as possible. As the children get older and it becomes easier, because enough time I go foreign. So me and my brethren Joseph, I can call him up and be like, listen, what's coming up in foreign? And he'll go, look, I'm going Spain on the 20th of whatever. You can come if you want, boom. And I'll go, you know, once in a while. I can, like how I'm here now, I can dip out once in a while and all of that. But I can't do a regular thing. And I tell you this, after that little video that I put up on the YouTube of me doing the thing about 2-3 weeks ago, I got a phone call from a guy who I've known for years, but me and him don't really talk. And he said, Peter, listen, I'm building a sound system. I need a mic man. Do you want to come and be my mic man? I'll pay you handsomely. You know, I like what you're doing. They know me for years, though. They go, listen, your style is the style. And I'm like, you're fucking right, it is. My style is the fucking style. And I had to say...
opportunities arise then?
Yeah, man, you know, and I had to say to him, though, I was like, you know what, mate, I can't be relied upon. You know, there'll be a Friday and I'll be like, mate, I can't make it, you know, I can't do it. I've got to take my kids to fucking ballet on Saturday morning, and I can't do it. Where you going? Wales? I can't fucking come Wales. Where you going? France? I can't come France, you know. I can dip in and dip out once in a while. And that thing that I was doing recently was my brethren, Mick. Mick's my dog. He's like my kid's uncle. Yeah, he's like my kid's uncle. So I go to his things and do his thing. He tried to pay me. I refused his money. So I dip in and out of that. Look for Ital Power. Go on YouTube and look for Ital Power. Because right now, he's
the one.
He's doing the thing.
So when you come back, what's your thing?
He's doing the thing. That will be King Alpha Sound System. Definitely.
And who is part of King Alpha Sound?
That is my dog, Joseph.
It's just you two?
Yes. That is my dog, Joseph. That guy is like my brother.
I need to get Joseph on, you know.
Mm.
It'd be nice to get Joseph on. It'd be nice to get you both on, actually, together.
The thing with him is, he's not much of a talker. Even all them years that we used to do the dub thing and all of that, people sort of said that he came across a bit unapproachable. But you know what? That's why the two of us work together like that.
Yeah, but I know him.
Yeah, you know him, it's true. Nah, but you know what it is? To get him to come and sit down and talk, he's not really a talker like that.
Even about something that he's passionate about.
If you said to him you want to do an interview about dub, he'd gladly come and do it, I think. But if you just said, I want to talk to you about weed.
I smoked grade with Wills, yeah?
Yes.
In Beavers Park,
yes.
And he rolled a zoot from here to here.
Yes.
He's got stories.
Because
my whole me and Tyler got to do another episode where I'm going to tell him about my kind of journey.
Yes.
That he's told me about his journey on this last episode.
Yeah.
And Will's is part of my journey.
100%, bro. 100%.
We'll be smoking Zeus that big, and then we'll be playing basketball.
Basketball, in a basketball court in Beavers Park.
You're in Barbados at this time. So my whole weed experience come in with him, then
Joseph,
and then it come to you when you landed.
Yes, it's true, because I remember you and your brother was in the room. Me, you, Joseph, your brother, and Bernard in my room, just smoking until you know, not really, he's just there fucking smoking, man. It was fucking good, man. Just no responsibilities. It was lovely. It'd be good if you could get him on to come and talk about it. I don't know, you know what I mean?
You want to shout outs? Give him a shout out?
Oh yeah, got to big up Joseph, man. King Alpha Sound System. Big up ital Power Sound System as well.
Is King Alpha Sound System on YouTube? Is there?
Yeah, there's loads of videos. I'll tell you what you do. Go on Spotify as well. Joseph's a very good producer. I'm just an average producer. I've got a couple of things on my YouTube where you see me mastering music and stuff like that. I'll tell you what though, a lot of the things on my YouTube, I made the beat, I sung it, I played the drum on it, I played the tambourine on it, and then I mixed it and mastered it. I've got all of them videos on the YouTube, so go and check it out. Anything you see me mixing on YouTube, I built that rhythm, I sung the song, and then I'm mixing and mastering it. But yeah, Joseph is the real big time producer. Mick's got some fucking good products as well, because they've all got studios, and it ain't no little idiot, little Mac thing like that on a thing like that. Them man have got 24 channel mixing desk that you see in proper commercial studios. You know, they're going on good. So big up ital Power Sound System, big up King Alpha Sound System, big up my brethren Uncle Robert as well. You know, and big up my missus and my kids.
Okay, wicked.
Lovely.
All right, listen, guys, we're going to shut it down now.
Done. I'll be back one day, though. Hey, listen, shall I tell you what we're going to do? I'm coming back with them and I'm smoking that thing and that thing.
No, so get us 100 subscribers. And Dread said he's coming through to Piff it with us.
I'm telling you see me unconscious.
If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Go downstairs, like, subscribe, give us all that good stuff. It's been nothing but love, Dread.
Respect, my brother.
Yeah.
It's my guy.
Yeah.
My guy. 30 years, man.
Blessings. Thank you, people.